That's the going live sound. It goes new.
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 Somewhere
I got a ping.
We've been pinged.
beyond the sea.
We are properly live. Hello. 'Tis I, Duranda the Wizard, and you're watching our Thirsty Sword Lesbian stream. We are live for our weekly chaos.
Yes.
And, I'll just... TSL, if you are just joining us, we are in a post-apocalyptic world of giant mushrooms and teeny tiny heroes. We have a motley group of heroes, and they have found their way below the mushroom that everybody lives on, and then below that, deep into the water, and they have found a blue cathedral of glass. I don't know. And they're wandering around causing trouble. Woohoo!
Solving the mystery.
Tell you what, though, we are in a big metal and glass dome, hopeless leagues down into the water, with weird metal creatures trying to destroy us. We're essentially playing Bioshock here.
Oh, I thought you were going to say this was the submarine.
Can't be a submarine. It's hooked to the ground. It's a biodome.
Alright, that's fair.
Maybe this
It is
is
very securely attached to the floor, best anyone can tell.
This could be Atlantis.
it could be the computer that hosts the simulation we live in.
I like to think it's Rapture.
Wait, when did the Christian end of the world come into play?
Rapture is the name of the
rapturing?
city
How am I
in
supposed to decide
Bioshock.
which one of you guys deserve to go to heaven?
I don't.
Vivian,
Hang on.
final answer.
Hang on. Whoa, hang on.
Vivian is the final answer.
Vivian decides who deserves to go to heaven?
No, Vivian gets raptured. All y'all get to suffer.
Okay, that's fair. I'm not even gonna argue.
What about all the bodies?
You won't care about your body, you'll be raptured.
No, I mean the ones under my house.
So long as God doesn't know about it, you're fine.
I'll rapture them too. Don't worry about it.
They're already up there waiting to give you a swift ass kicking.
They were only monsters. It doesn't count.
Oh, my son, they were only monsters.
Now we get to remark on what accounts a monster.
The answer is women. Wait.
What?
I have incompatible nether regions to be making that joke.
Strong words for a trans woman. Alright, does anyone want to summarize what happened last time?
I really can't.
Good.
I don't know. We take the box around and debated on the moral efficacy of destroying a robot for the purpose of science.
I don't think we discussed the. I think it was okay. I think you all agreed that it was okay to destroy robots.
Some breaking occurred. Jorenda was involved, or Vivelda was involved. That's pretty much all I got.
Well, a large amount of time was spent talking about it. Either way.
A large amount of time was spent on the couch.
That is true. We sat down on very comfy chairs, and then time passed without us being aware of it, so that was great.
You're welcome.
Everyone
I totally
might
did
already
end the
be
world
dead.
in the process.
And you fell
None,
asleep
none
on a
of you
comfy
went
bed.
bowling. None of you went bowling with dwarves, did you?
No, should we have?
It's a Rip Van Winkle thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm equally confused as I was moments ago, but apparently it's okay now.
Well, it's the same amount of confusion you had a week ago, too, so we're on par.
I'm the one in charge of the world, and I don't know what's going on. Guess what that means for you? Everyone roll a dodge.
What? You can't just rocks fall, everyone dies every time you forget what's happening.
I'm going to sink the hit for everybody. Just crawl underneath my carapace.
I
and let
infect
me
you with
die.
the
It's okay.
curse, the big dumb. Oh wait, you're already suffering from it.
7.
Wow.
I am the big dumb. I am the personification of big and dumb.
I'm gonna get you.
Rocks falling hurts my character too much.
You're the worst.
Metaphysical rocks fall. Ideas die.
Oh no.
Whoa, hang on. That's probably more of a problem.
Every day.
I don't know. The ideas that we've had thus far haven't been that great down here, so I think we'll
Okay,
be all
that's
right.
fair. Yeah, that's a good point.
I think there was some kind of core or control room we were trying to get to.
Yeah.
No, we were trying to get the screen to load, and something was happening so that it was taking forever, and so we slept and fast traveled it, and now we're in a room full of robots.
Yep. Are we in the room full of robots? I thought we were near the loading screen and the gold door.
Can I download my consciousness into one of these robots, please? I want to play one.
It's not off the question, off the table. Who was saying that?
Well, I mean, I
Gelden.
do have a
Okay.
character transition coming up, so maybe we could just download Gelden into a new body. That'd be cool.
Hollow Goddess is a character class.
Trust me, you seem to be asking for something impossible. It is legitimately not off the table. If you as a player tell me to, it's done.
You'll be a boss.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm about it.
Okay then. Class, forget what you just heard.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a lot of power for you to give your players. Don't you think?
I'm just gonna do stuff. Don't worry about it. What are you guys up to?
Well, I would like to finish talking to my sword. I realized we talked earlier, but like we'll walk for a little bit and then I'll be like, change.
Yes.
You can talk to me, not just when I talk to you.
Thanks.
And I'm sorry if I gave you the impression that you weren't allowed to talk to me.
I guess I was thinking more of wasn't supposed to, not wasn't allowed, because I was definitely going to anyway.
Well, I'm pretty sure that there's no one on this earth who could stop you from doing whatever it is you wanted.
That's not true. We're about to go meet the one.
Great. Good. Looking forward to it.
I'm not.
That was sarcasm.
You're going to be like, I want all the power and pick up both of us, and I don't know, like, turn green. What color are you?
You don't know what... I'm not answering that.
Would you believe me if I said I was colorblind?
No.
Ouch.
It wouldn't matter anyway. You're clear.
Also, how do you know you won't be uncolorblind by tomorrow?
Yeah.
And then maybe half and half the next day?
Well,
I mean, you
to be
are the
perfectly
aspect
honest, I see you via fluid dynamics. All I can tell is that the air doesn't flow through your space.
I'm not
But you
sure I
are
believe
correct.
that
This will
either.
change probably like tomorrow.
I'm not sure I
They're
believe
all
that either.
buzzard.
And then I'm going to turn around and draw my sword and point it at listening chaos.
Okay.
Like, you need to make up your mind
Mhm.
about what you want me to do. Because if I'm going to be your sword, and then you're going to mock me for being your sword, then you should take me back to Gathriel. Right now.
Wait. I'm mocking you for being my sword?
You asked me to attack that robot thing, which, by the way, is not alive. Change has confirmed that.
Not alive. It's
and
not
then
alive.
you made fun of me for doing it.
No, I didn't.
And I'm not okay with that.
I'm pretty
I
sure
did
you
not
made
make
fun of it.
you for. I did not make fun of you for trying to break the thing. Actually, I wanted you to try to break the thing.
You definitely made fun of me for trying to break the thing and gave me a hard time afterwards.
Oh no, I just like giving you a hard time. That's sweet. That's my favorite thing to do.
Okay, but you cannot do that about things that you have asked me to do, or I will leave.
Oh, don't leave. You're fine. Everything is fine.
Yes, well,
Okay,
you know
look.
what? Gathriel means it when she asks me to do things.
Yeah, but Gathriel is not me. I'm.
Oof, Ink Boy has to realize personal boundaries.
I have taken one very large step backwards.
Ink Boy?
You can't hear anything Change says. Change has been wholly unhelpful.
Ink Boy.
Again,
Yeah, you guys
Velva's
can't hear
yet-
change. I smile, but none of you know what I'm smiling at. And I still am looking at you, like, very determinedly.
You know, yeah, I don't know. I take you very seriously to the point where I thought when I saw you being hurt, I became very, very upset. So no, don't worry about it. That's not what this is about. I just like laughing, as you know. That's all. But yeah, let's try to get to the center of this maze. Before someone else gets turned into a robot.
Wait, that's a possibility?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh,
I mean,
Sheldon.
it just happened like out of the blue just a second ago. I mean, maybe it's a normal thing out here. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not okay with that, but like I'm not okay with it either. I don't know how to feel about that predicament.
Oh, okay. How was being a robot, Velda?
Confusing.
Confusing.
I
wanna
can
know some-
personally guarantee anyone who becomes a robot via my influence will definitely have the majority of the soul they started out with afterward.
Change is saying very concerning things about becoming a robot. I don't recommend it.
Well, I want to say this: when you're a robot, can you itch at all?
I don't know.
Yes.
Don't. So it means probably no. Then okay. So that's something for people to look forward to. If you're a robot, you won't itch.
Sure.
You're also like wicked smart and you're extra strong and
I was
Yeah.
wicked smart, and I was able to open all the doors by glaring at them, so that was, fun.
Did you not
That's
even
not-
realize how to open these doors?
No, for example, this golden one here.
Huh. Well, all I did when I was inside of him was make him say a few things and blow up. I don't know.
So you don't know how to open this door.
I know how swords work.
Thank
Well-
you.
Fibian got through it okay by jumping.
But I almost landed on my face.
I caught you.
Thank you.
So let's examine this door.
Okay. It looks like all of the other doors, except it has a distinct blue outline, which would indicate that it's a magic door that can take you to someplace other than what's on the other side.
Oh, I thought it was
And
gold.
it is gold. The
So
door
the-
itself is gold. The doorway is blue.
Ew. I try opening the normal door
How do you try?
by turning the hand. Is there a handle?
That's cute. No.
Okay. I try kicking the door.
Nice. It go tongue.
Can I make a daring check?
Okay.
Lean against it.
I wanted one of you to jump at it and act like you were going to go through.
Nope. That is the worst daring roll I think I have ever rolled.
Oh my goodness.
In fact, that's
Okay.
a downbeat.
New idea. It doesn't go tongue. It shoots Vivelda back hard enough that she breaks through the door on the other side of the wall.
Nice.
Is that door now broken?
Yes, the door is now broken, and on the inside is dark. You can't see. You can't see Vivelda for that record either.
I kind of stand up like a little bit shakily and like dust off the extreme amount of dust on me, and I'm like, that didn't work. Just completely
Vivelda, you are
straight face.
You are now in a room where the only light source is the doorway that you just came through, and it feels like a big room.
I'm gonna poke my head in the room and go, yeah, no kidding.
I pull out a bottle of sunlight and lift
Okay.
it above my head so I can see.
Did the opaque
What are
glass...
the odds you panic when you see giant mechanical faces staring at you from every direction?
I will hit one of them.
Is that a yes or... Okay. Fair enough.
Violence is a yes.
Did it break the opaque glass?
Yes. The
There are shards of it.
blue door is now split into primarily 10 pieces, but also additional ones.
The door that my body went through.
Yes.
I grab a small one.
Nice. It doesn't cut... The edges don't threaten to cut you.
Ooh.
Okay, Vivelda hits one of them. What are you hitting it with?
My
You
sword.
have a bottle of sunlight. Okay, your sword.
I don't understand the question.
The face twitches to bite your sword, but because it's also changed, it just kind of slips through the metal anyway, and doesn't get stuck.
So basically my instinctive reaction is hit it. After I do that, I like pause and like actually look at them to see what I'm looking at.
There are more than a dozen mechanical faces. Most of them are most of their eyes are tracked directly to your face, but some of their eyes are tracked to your sword and the hand of wielding the sword. And they are all staring at you. They've got large, sharp, meat grind-like teeth. They got a very skull-like appearance and red pupils. No two are exactly identical, but they're all fairly similar.
Hi.
I'm gonna walk into the room and be like, okay, that was interesting. Looks like you made some friends. Who are your friends now?
I don't know. They tried to bite my sword.
A goodly number of them look at listening.
I'm gonna like bow, and say, "Hi, thanks for noticing me. I'm sure the pleasure goes both ways." I guess you guys are the quiet type. Okay, well that's good too. I don't think we're trying to get inside here, so how about we just leave these quiet folk to themselves and try to get through that door on the other side of the hall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a
many small squares that you were standing on earlier, too distracted by the masses to notice, start shuffling and you do not walk faster or run faster than they shuffle the ground underneath your feet, and you do not leave.
I'm gonna have a look-see at these faces. Like, are they attached to bodies? Are they just disembodied heads floating in the room? Are they attached to the walls like some crazy GLaDOS project? What's going on?
They are... You can't see past them very clearly, but what you can tell is all of them are attached... Like, each one has, like, at least 4 wires attached to it that appears to be holding it up and providing it locomotion.
They're like little puppets. They're puppet faces.
So,
no, wires is in thick mechanical cables.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I look up at one and go, "Common. Do you speak Common?"
Hi.
Are you inside the room?
Well, I'm currently standing on the door using my long neck to kind of like look around. But
So no.
yes, I could be in the room. If you need
they
me
don't
to.
even look at you, as if you don't exist.
Oh, cool. Okay, well, after being ignored, I'm going to step into the room and try to grab one's attention.
Okay, about a third of them are now looking at you.
Cool.
Do you speak Common?
So they don't seem to want me to leave. If I walk around, do they follow me?
No, because walking is ineffective.
Oh, the tiles are keeping me in the same spot?
Yes.
Interesting. Cool. So we're gonna leave now, and I'm going to jump into the air and try to leave.
Okay.
I'm jumpy.
Very good. Your options are get nailed, basically jump directly into the face of one of these guys who appears to be body blocking you, or give me a roll you think can get you out of this.
Rude. I want to make a daring check.
Okay.
Obviously, try to be.
So, is that
Be
a
ninja.
under pressure?
Defy disaster, you mean?
Defy disaster, yeah, that one.
Yeah, sure. I just want to jump faster than they can stop me from jumping.
Okay, with that, hold on. I didn't actually open this because I have the foresight of a disembodied face staring at people quietly.
So real good then.
Defy disaster.
I rolled a 10.
Okay. Your desire was jump out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
And you successfully make it past the doorway, but you feel something.
Okay.
Specifically, you feel what is probably wind, as if there were wind generators like fans just starting to power up. And upon further inspection of the doorway, trying to pass through that doorway without substantial anchoring to the floor, you would get blown back into the room.
So I get to the doorway, but the wind catches me.
No, you get out of the doorway, but you're the last. No one else is going to be able to jump through that doorway.
I use Grace to sneak up behind one of the robots.
No, you're not in the
Are
room.
you now also in the room?
Don't go in the
What?
room. You do not have to be in this room. Do not go into this room. If Vivian tries to go into the room, I grab her.
I'm going to the room.
You're gonna have to outroll a 8.
Do I have to roll grace to be faster? Or can it be daring
I
to be
think-
stronger?
You're in the doorway. I'll let you roll Defy Disaster at -1. I'll let you roll Daring at -1 for Defy Disaster.
That's the same thing as grace, but okay. No, actually my grace is 0. Never mind.
Fibian, what did you say you got?
8.
Okay. Yeah, Vivelda decided she's taking up this doorway, and also you've seen her pick up a loaded trebuchet.
I was witness to that event.
I am occupying the whole doorway, and when you try to go in there to sneak up, I just, like, body block you. I'm like, no.
Now I have big faces stopping both sides of the doorway. Haha.
So is there a big face on this side of the door?
You're the
one
big
of
face
the
on
big
this side of the
faces
door.
watching
Oh.
you attempted to catch you as you jumped.
Oh, I'm the big face on the outside of the door. Okay.
Yes, I'm calling you Big Head.
That's probably deserved.
Have you seen Frog Anatomy? I don't feel bad about it.
Ribbit.
Alright, well, being inside this room, I'm going to let my chain glow so that we have light in here. And then
Okay,
I'm
glowy
going
chain.
to ask it, what does it want?
What do you want?
You want to ask?
Hey,
me what I
hey,
want?
hey,
It's not
what you
quite that
want?
easy.
No, not the chain, the face.
The faces stare at you with that creepy, only teeth, but kind of looks like a smile thing they got going on.
So it's not going to talk. You ain't talking, huh? No? Hey, listening, what you think we should do?
Listening is dead.
Okay.
That's not what happened. We'll just say listening is distracted in an argument or some such for the time being.
Did they fall off the... Okay, yeah, they did.
Listening's not in the voice call.
Okay. They'll be back really soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, just having complications on their side.
Alright.
Alright, well, I can get out of here, but I'd rather figure out what the hell this room's about. Is it just a detainment facility?
I don't know. Good luck.
You're a lot of help, Arm.
How do you expect to find this information out?
I'm going to take my skull, and I'm going to put it up where my face is, and then just kind of, like, lean left and right to see if it, like, recognizes the skull at all.
They like who's in listening and TG, right?
Yeah, listening and TG are inside.
A
Yes.
third of them will have tracked to your skull when you pulled it out.
Okay, so they think your skull is a person. Because they're not watching our swords or anything.
My skull is a person, so...
That's I will
fair.
say that, like, it's not the third that's closest to the skull, it's 1/3 randomly chosen among them.
Okay.
I'm going to shout out the doorway. I'm out of ideas. What you got?
Maybe we should break one of them. Okay, but this time I'll do it since I don't want Vivelda to think I'm making fun of. So
Be my guest. I'll back you up.
I'm gonna walk to one of them. I'm going to say
Walking is ineffective.
walking is ineffective.
Yes, the floor will move to keep you in place.
Well, how wide is the entire floor is moving?
Yep. Well, no, the many, like hundreds of tiles, each acts like their own independent metal-like insect that will crawl opposite direction to where you're trying to go.
Let me try it. How about then I attach myself to the ceiling then?
Ceiling's awfully smooth, but go ahead and try.
Okay, what am I going to use to try to attach myself to the ceiling?
You'd probably make whatever move you're going to, as well as the attach yourself to the ceiling, all in one check. 'Cause
Okay.
that's less chances for you to roll a 6, and I make things worse.
Okay, so I'm going to look at these guys first. I'm going to say, well, if you guys aren't going to talk and you're just looking around, but I'm going to assume you guys are mechanicals, like the other mechanicals we've met, and that maybe we can learn something from and open you up. So, sorry if I'm making a mistake, but I'm gonna smash it. And so I'm going to leap at it. And like I guess I want to try to constrict it with my body. Turn it into like a yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna roll D6. So can I use grace for this? Or is it
What move specifically are you doing?
so I'm gonna leap at it and I'm gonna try to like bind around one of them, and then afterward I'm gonna try to squeeze it.
Okay, so what move specifically are you doing?
Fight. Violence.
All right, I believe you can roll grace for that. Yeah.
Okay, great. I got 9.
Okay. I believe entangling them counts as creates an opportunity for an ally through prowess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can
so
I
I'm gonna-
roll to help out to boost listening to a 10?
What was the question?
Can I roll the help out move?
Sure. That sounds like a real move that actually exists.
It is.
But
It's
carry on.
dominated by wit.
Ah. It does if you're the chosen one.
Okay. That's why I can't find it.
Because you're not the chosen one. Oh.
I believe I'm in charge of choosing ones, so like correct?
So you're the chooser one?
8, so that's a mixed beat.
Okay, I do not have it open. What does it say do on an mixed beats?
I don't have it open either. Honestly, the only reason I know it's there is because the people in my the other game I listen use it a lot.
Okay,
So, let
I
me look for it.
am there.
What?
Never mind, I'm not there. Which
Is this a chosen
Oh.
move? Or a default one?
It's a default move everybody can use. It's like fight. It's or it's supposed to be. Oh wait, never mind. Help out isn't a move in this one. Help out is a move in Monster of the Week.
Sword, lesbians,
Yeah.
or different powered by the
Yeah,
apocalypse
help
game.
out is a move in Monster of the Week.
That is true.
I keep forgetting because of the 2d6 platform. I am terribly sorry.
Powered by the Apocalypse covers a lot of different games. They're all powered by the Apocalypse games.
So your mixed beat that is neither good nor bad is the move doesn't actually exist. Surprise!
Oh, what?
Wah, wah.
Geldon's mixed beat.
Oh,
Geldon tried to
okay.
help you, but ran up against a segfault error in the game code.
So I'll
I
still
don't
try
know
to
who
do it.
Seg is, but yes, it's his fault.
Error 404. Friendly assistance not found.
Only stab. No
That's
help.
okay. Well, I will try to squeeze it on my own then.
So you rolled the fight move, you got a mixed beat, which gives you
2.
2 options, and the opponent picks one. So you're trying to create a distraction.
An opportunity.
I'm trying to break it. So
Valid.
So
we're going for
inflict a
smashing.
condition?
I'm gonna inflict a condition, and I guess I'm going to can I do 2 conditions?
No.
Okay.
Not
Then
this
I'm-
time.
Then I'm going to take an object from your opponent or seize a superior position. So those strings that are
But-
attaching it to the roof, I'm gonna
Wait,
like bust those.
so do you want to entangle it and have it tied up?
No, I want to like entangle it and then constrict it, like a big snake.
Okay,
wanna
so
hurt
you
it.
aren't actually restricting its movements if you don't choose create an opportunity for your ally.
Well, I don't even know if it can. I don't think it can move as of now. So I'm not trying to restrict its movement.
Okay. That's fair. I'm just saying.
So I guess the thing I'll be doing then is through. Okay, I'm going to inflict a condition, and then I also want to, I guess, something that makes me see the superior condition later. So I guess I'm going to like snap the cables holding it up to the ceiling or something like that.
Take an object from your opponent or seize a superior position. Uh,
I think taking its little marionette strings, its marionette cables.
Again, there are no marionette cables. We are
Well,
talking
it's
about things
cabling.
thicker than your wrist.
Yeah, I'm gonna snap those.
They're just not little.
Yeah, but I think that sufficiently takes away some of its position or its
Okay.
ability.
You entangle it and use whatever sharp appendage you have on you to attack one of the cables. And as that cable breaks, it leaks electric fluid onto you.
Electric fluid.
Yep, take a -1 to whatever you're about to do.
Glub, glub, glub.
Because
Electric.
you are being full of electricity right now.
Electric fluid. that's a new one for me.
I
So,
imagine you look like have you guys ever like ran an electric current through oobleck, like a non-Newtonian fluid, and it like
Yeah.
spazzes out and climbs in every direction? I feel like that's what it looks like for you because you're not necessarily a corporeal being. You're amorphous, so you just kind of like
I just don't know what an electric fluid is. But yeah, let's do it.
Well, you
Um,
know what happens when you take water and you fill it full of a million jolts and put it in something insulated so the jolts don't go anywhere,
No.
and then you watch someone bite it? That's what you just did.
Maybe you shouldn't put
Okay.
strange things in your mouth.
No, I don't know. Okay, well, anyway, I'm squeezing and I'm crushing. I'm taking a number 1. I'm taking a -1. And I'm gonna say, like, is it at least giving from the constriction?
No, it's entirely made of metal.
Entirely made of metal. Okay. Is it still making faces? Is it still looking around?
Best you can tell, it's looking at you, but you are entirely covering its face at the moment.
Are there any like gaps or like places that I can like sneak into?
Its mouth is open.
All right, I'm gonna sneak into
can
its
be
mouth. Then.
opened.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak into its mouth.
Okay.
Here's to hoping there's not like 16 saw blades in there.
How do you expect to open the mouth?
I'm more wondering
Okay.
why you're trying to get into its mouth.
Well, I
You
want
can
to see
still
what's
use slippery, can't you?
I want to see what's inside of it.
I think
yes,
slippery's for getting out, not getting in.
No, I think it's for both.
Then
Slippery.
I'll
This is-
look it.
You're an amorphous goop. You could probably squeeze yourself through the teeth.
You're hard to pin down and easily slip through most restraints and barriers. In most cases, you can slip through and sashay your way out of physical harm without rolling. For a truly formidable, legendary, or seemingly impossible obstacle, roll grace. So, yeah, I want to get into it. That's part of. I want to slip through this barrier.
That are its teeth. Okay.
Yes.
You find many, many, many more rows and rows and rows of serrated teeth on the inside.
Serrated teeth.
Yes.
Oof. Well, I'm gonna be like
Surprise!
really.
Under its teeth, it had more teeth.
What?
It's amore.
You know, I would
Upon
ask you to
deciding
do
that There's
this.
something inside of its mouth. The inside serrated teeth start spinning.
Oh,
Not spinning like like a drill spin.
Oh,
I
like
have
a
a
bunch
lot
of
of
drills?
questions about these people and why they have heads with teeth and more teeth and then teeth that spin.
well, I'm going
Well,
to.
given that this is the only dusty room in the entire complex.
It's not my fault I fell into this room.
Well, I'm going to what's this called? I'm gonna like avoid the teeth and like see if how far back I can go.
Okay, give me A grace -1 because you were recently zapped full of electricity.
All right. Grace -1. Let's do this. GD6. Oof. Well, I guess I lost strength halfway through.
Yeah, you get ground up and spat out. Take a condition. I'm gonna go play in the mechanized meat grinder.
Yay!
You said
It's an adventure, Charlie Brown!
I would ask,
Adventure!
are you okay? Like, well,
Okay. Am I gonna have to go in there and break all those things?
I wouldn't suggest it.
okay.
Maybe we can find
Where's
a way
my-
to turn them off.
I'm going to get up looking completely the same as before and be like, you know, that thing, it bit me a lot, and I don't like it anymore. So,
Fight or flight, your call.
we should break it. Well, there might be something cool. Well, I know there's teeth inside. Spinning teeth. And the room doesn't want us to leave, so I still feel like breaking this is a good idea. All right.
Breaking it is.
I tried the gentle way, and now let's hit it with lasers. So, I'm gonna attack it with lasers.
Lasers
Okay.
is not the worst idea I've ever heard.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna attack it right in its dumb teeth with lasers. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna be thinking. I'm gonna be angry because I just got chewed up by a machine. Okay, let's do art. Let's do this one. All right, I got a 10 this time. Big time lasers from a sword.
Nice. So, when presented with lasers, the machine will do the same thing that it tried to do with Vivelda and try to bite it. It doesn't appear to have worked, considering the sounds you heard before it closed its mouth.
Tries to bite the lasers?
That
these
head
things are dumb.
actually, falls... The eyes go dark.
Good. I'm gonna keep blasting it though until I can find a way to see what's inside of it. That's not just teeth.
Okay, to be clear, you are blasting the shiny chrome faces with lasers in a confined room where your friends are.
Well, it's like lasers, like Cyclops lasers, not like
Everything
reflective.
sounds bad when you say it with that attitude.
I know, it's just like, yeah, it's like Cyclops lasers, like concussive
So
force.
concussion blast.
Concussion
force.
blast, yeah. But no one has time to say concussion blast all the time.
Apparently,
Okay, I'm just saying, shiny chrome faces. Your friend
All right,
is in the room.
concussion blast that this guy up in his teeth and his face and his eyeballs and straight up concussioning this concussed guy.
Okay, you just kind of keep shooting for it for a while.
Mhm.
It's, breaking apart pretty steadily. Specifically,
good.
anything that isn't connected. But, any appendage or anything sticking out is the stuff you're able to break off.
Mhm.
The mass of it is largely unaffected, but when most of it's made out of giant teeth, then the mass of it is less than it looks like.
Okay. And the wires too. I'm gonna make sure to blast the wires too, because honestly, I'm angry right now, and this thing totally got me upset by taking a big bite out of me.
Okay, you're blasting the wires that are full of electrical fluid.
Well, from a distance, I'm not next to them anymore. And if I
Okay,
blast them
We're
this
on
time,
a metal floor.
no, but this time if they
There's
blast them, they should
now-
go behind it.
There's upon severing the tendrils, the face finally falls. Behind other faces, by the way. You can't keep blasting unless you want to take on another face. And the cable also falls loose. The cables also fall loose. At least one of them is actively leaking electric currents. So there's now a puddle. Don't step in the puddle. Pro tip.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna say, well, that kind of worked, but it had it coming because it just bit me, and that's not cool.
No worries,
So I guess
Cub, I get it.
So we need to get out. We need to get out of here now. I mean, now that I've taken care of the enemy.
I'm going
You've
to attack
taken
the
care
floor.
of one of over a dozen, correct?
Well, they're not necessarily all enemies. Just that one, which bit me. The rest of them, I could.
So I agree
could
that
leave.
it bit you, but you climbed into its mouth. That was a thing that happened. You climbed into its
You know,
mouth.
I thought you were my sword. You just said a second ago, and now you're
I
starting
said
to
if you're
sound more
gonna
like a.
use me,
Now you're sounding more
then
like a
you'll show me
backbiter.
respect.
Someone's up there stabbing me in the back.
While they're
have you met
arguing,
Vivelda's
I'm going to
experience
attack
with
the floor.
swords? I'm pretty sure this is what a sword does.
Have you seen Change? It spends all of its time being a pain in the butt. All of it.
Sword. I'm going to stab you in the back. Okay. Yeah. Let me. Okay. Let's try to get out of this room now.
None of which ignore. You climbed into its mouth, but okay.
Okay. I think we've moved on past the coming to its mouth thing. It doesn't have a mouth anymore. It's been broken. Okay.
Alright,
Now
okay.
it's just a bunch of face
CG, what
shrapnel.
was that?
9. I rolled a 9 to attack the floor.
Oh, to attack the floor with your chain?
Yes.
Okay. Largely speaking, they move out of the way. That doesn't mean you don't get some of them. Specifically, the ones you do get spend their time bouncing around the room
Wait,
as if they're trying to, like, disperse the kinetic force in their shell. It's kind of humorous.
The tiles.
All right, step on the empty parts. First, I'm going to grab Chaos, and then I'm going to jump
Oh my
on
God.
the empty parts of the floor and push them out the door, and then push them out the door, and then swing my skull after them so that they can pull me out.
The empty parts of the floor do not stay empty very long. And the machines covering the floor, upon finding your foot on the floor, decide that's the floor they need to cover, and sharp, spiky claw things start crawling up your leg.
All right. Well, while I am tossing, listening, as look like I'm going to turn into a robot after all, and then I toss you through the door.
Okay, roll me a daring to throw past the wind wall.
Sure thing. Booyah.
Okay. Good news, Fibian. Vivelda's no longer blocking the door.
Just
Bad
a moment
news,
where you two are one entity.
Vivelda, how far do you get thrown back by this attack? Do you bounce back into the gold door?
You want to do this?
How? What? You got a 13? Sure.
Okay.
I make
I'm
like
going
a
to-
half-hearted attempt to catch you, but really all that succeeds in doing is sending both of us flying backwards.
Oh,
You both impact the gold door, but somewhere between the two of you, you had the sense of mind and the presence of body to stop yourself from re-entering the room.
All right. And you do mean me and
Vivelda, yes.
okay.
So Gil didn't need help?
Geldin is currently being subsumed by the floor, and it is not a pleasant experience. These things
Does
have
look
sharp
like it's
talon-like
eating
feet.
him.
Yeah. I am currently doing battle with the floor.
All right, give me your chain.
I swing my chain out.
You want to make another strength roll to get past that wind wall? You get a +1 because that's what chains are for.
Okay, I jump in.
Booyah!
Don't-
14,
goodness.
baby.
Don't jump in, seriously. Grab the chain and pull.
Okay, Vivelda, you, honestly, this is significantly more force than someone trying to pass you something, but, Change has stabbed itself through one of the links in an attempt to stop you from getting KO'd.
I also was expecting this. I asked for a chain to hit me.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna catch it. I'm not just gonna get beamed in the face.
Be both. It can be both.
I wasn't expecting chaos to come flying at me.
That's
Well,
fair. Okay.
Okay, all right.
It's good.
Okay.
You can catch it.
Okay, I
Yeah,
catch the thing.
You have too much
Okay.
daring as well.
I wrap my arms around it, and I tell listening amphibian, pull.
Okay. Then I will pull.
I pull.
We would all like to pull together.
Okay, so one of you gets a Defy Disaster. No, all of you get a Defy Disaster except for one of you who gets a Defy Disaster plus whatever your friends roll. So, like, if
Okay.
they roll a downbeat, that's a -1. If they roll an upbeat, that's a +1.
I just rolled 2 dynamite rolls in a row. I do not think that I should be the final
You
player on
don't
that
get
run.
to help.
You don't get a help. You get
You are
to
the one getting
continue getting eaten by the floor.
So I can do a lot of things, but I'm not exactly strong. But I think I can use Spirit or Defy Disaster now. Let's
What
make
do we
sure.
use on the?
You can use anything you want for Defy Disaster as long as you make a solid argument.
I'm pretty sure you're standing and pulling.
Okay, I'm saying Grace. I got a 7, 8. I got an 8 in Grace.
What's your argument for Grace?
Okay. As I jump back into the room, I'm going to try to facilitate
Please don't go
the
into
passing.
room.
Hold on.
Oh.
Are you or are you not going into the room?
Please don't.
That is the problem.
I am.
Okay, then. We have... Fibian, you are not a valid target to help with this. Because the group is pulling from the outside.
Great. So I'm gonna roll with my daring to pull.
Oh,
Listen.
I'm going to use Grace by turning into a lever. I mean, a fulcrum.
Oh, you're gonna be a lever for me?
Yeah, like a fulcrum. I'm going to increase the amount of sheer pressure that can be exerted on the chain.
Cool.
Okay,
I wrap the
listening
chain
chaos?
around listening chaos.
Listening Chaos becomes a long metal tube, pole, that can be placed one end against the door frame and one end in Vivelda's hand to allow for greater pulling.
Yep, there you go.
Cool. So is the chain now wrapped around listening chaos?
I got a 10, so I assist in whatever role
Vivelda,
you
get a
do.
+1.
I just, for completely benign reasons, I just want to know if the chain is currently wrapped around listening chaos.
The listening chaos is by no means constrained by the chain.
Yes, but also listening chaos has a condition, and so you could totally activate your chain to
Do whatever it does.
do whatever it does.
When healing a target, it must be willing, and they do not consent to that.
I'm just,
It
okay.
must be constrained as well.
Okay. I just, am here to cause trouble, and only that.
Wait, does it say willing? I thought it might say
No,
willing or constrained.
that's a rule that we've made up in the group, is that I am
Oh.
only going to do that to a target if they're willing to, and
Yes.
listening has already told me no.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. I rolled obscenely.
Yeah, it says bound. That
Nice.
Okay.
Thank you for the
frog
fulcrum.
catching duty. I feel like you guys have done this enough to not have a problem.
Yeah, I've got some experience by now.
Sorry, not frog. Lonk boy.
It's a beetle
Catching.
Big no.
Giraffe beetle thing.
Giraffe-necked weevil.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch Fib on my way out the door.
Okay. What is that? Defy disaster? Grace? That sounds like Grace defy disaster for me. You got something else?
No, I'll use Grace. I use Grace all day, every day. That's what I do.
It's only me who has the zeroing grace.
Trust me. Have you been there for your conversations? I'm aware.
Mixed beat.
Okay, your options are Fibian gets out, or you get out.
Can I take a +1 because they're assisting me on the way out the door?
No. You are making a snap-second judgment as you are about to be levied out the door at somewhat excessive speeds.
I'll be fine.
No, you won't. I'm going to toss Fibian back out the door.
Okay, with a split-second decision, TG throws his end of the chain in such a way that Fibian gets bound and yoinked.
You don't have your sword now.
I'm going to turn around and punch the floor.
I will say that during this, you did get yanked enough to be off the floor, and therefore the
floor is no
machines
longer
on you
actively
have
consuming
decided
him?
you aren't the floor and are leaving.
So the floor is no longer actively consuming him.
Yes.
Yes, but the floor will move if I try to get out of the way, so...
Okay.
I will say that TG is presently without the sword, but that's not really a huge problem. It's super easy to get things inside the room.
Yep. I just kind of like give Fibian like a flat look, and then I don't say anything. I just look at you, and then I turn back to Gelden.
Gelden has pulled out one of his spare shoes from his trunk and is currently swatting the floor like it's bugs.
There are now... Every time you do it, you only hit, like, one of the bugs, but they spend a few seconds bouncing around the room, relieving themselves of kinetic energy. So it's kind of fun looking.
I'm gonna roll Grace to do this to enough to just be able to walk out of the room. I got 4 arms and 2 pairs of shoes. We'll do this. I got feet if I need them too.
Okay.
You're
I'll only give you a
playing Stump of the
-1. We are talking about bugs that crawl faster than you can run, and there are lots of them. I'll give...
7. So that's a mixed beat, but just barely.
Did you account for the -1?
I did.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Mixed beat it is. I'll tell you what. Your options are... Your options are... Take a -1 because you're quite tired. Or... Walk out while somewhat covered in the floor bugs. They started crawling up you again.
I am okay with being covered in floor bugs.
Okay. You are now outside the room. Somewhat covered in prickly things that are trying to cover you. But there aren't
Definitely not
enough of them to
comfortable.
cover you.
So I look over at the group and go, "Hey, check it out! Kinetic armor!"
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna blast him.
As soon as you go to like your sword lights up, and I'm like, no, I'm in here.
Oh, this will only hurt a little. Get over it.
No, the bugs hurt a little. I seen what that laser thing can do to you.
Okay. I'm going to turn back to myself and be like, I'm sure that I can do less damage, but I don't think having those on your skin is a good idea.
I figured after a while they're gonna get bored and notice I'm not floor. Speaking of, yo, can I have my chain back?
Here you go.
Thank you.
I don't want it. It's weirdly personal to be holding someone else's sword.
I agree.
Vivelda, while you were holding that sword, you heard quiet voices, one of which sounded like changes, and they were having a discussion.
Mm-hmm.
When you stop holding it, they stop having a discussion.
It's canon. Hugh is infatuated with change.
My sword thinks your sword is cute.
What do you think, Hugh?
I will admit to no such thing under anything less than extensive torture.
Well, I don't feel like torturing you, so he's up in the air about it. And then I just kind of like toss him up in the air as I say that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's try to get to the center of this maze and
Alright, I would like to examine the golden door and see
Okay.
if there is a way to get through it without, I don't know, dying dramatically.
The golden door beneath the surface apparently activated multiple times in recent succession is a rune of repel, which apparently bounces back with harder force than provided.
Could never have guessed.
You remember anything about that map you saw?
Which map?
when you're a robot.
Oh, nope. That's why I
I
wrote
just
it
like
down.
look down and like boot the pile of scraps on the floor. That one.
Nope. That's why I wrote it down. I think we're supposed to go through here. Probably.
Yeah. All right. Well, I attempt to walk through it.
You're just walking?
Yep.
Okay. Upon impact with the very solid door,
I position
bounce
myself behind
back.
him. I position myself behind him, prepared to catch when it chucks him back.
This dump truck has 4 legs, so
And?
actually keeps on his feet, but doesn't necessarily not hit you.
My torso shoves back enough to really cause like a disturbance. Like it stopped me, but like I didn't move much because I got that big badonkadonk and my kinetic armor. However temporary that may be.
I'm gonna say that none of them were hit by this particular impact. Although all of them like focus on the site where the impact was.
I look down at that happen and go, groovy.
You are so weird.
I gotta live in armor. Can you say you do?
They could eat you.
Not-
So I think I'll
not-
pass.
Not living, just yeah.
Just really stupid.
It's the equivalent of like a younger person at the beach who covers themselves in sand and says, "Look, I'm a robot now, or I'm wearing armor." But in reality, it's just itchy.
Do take a beating in a very unique way. So like, it's definitely gonna do something if they get hit.
Fair.
Alright.
I mean, they might just spring off me in every direction, which would be super cool to cause a distraction as well. But no, so far they are irritating to have on my skin, but my carapace would sink most of the damage. So, like, I'm going to leave them there until they come off or they cause a bigger problem.
Oh, that's right. You got a carapace. Carapace. The worst you'll get is like a slight scratching sensation.
Right? It's like a really aggravating noise when they scrape their talons against my carapace.
No, they like prick your carapace as their main means of holding on. There's no scraping.
Oh, so I'm just getting like kind of acupuncture. It's like when you scrape your fingernail into a rock, you can see where you grabbed onto it, but it didn't do much. Anywho, back to the story.
It wouldn't be enough to pierce anyone's epidermis, and certainly not a carapace. But you are definitely getting perforated.
Isn't comfortable. Still really cool.
Whatever makes you happy.
That seems like an awfully broad invitation.
It is essentially, I don't care, knock yourself out.
Might have to collect a few more of these. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. How are we going to get through this door?
Where's the repel rune?
Front and center, where it has been hit recently.
Can I go over there, stand next to it, and kind of like scratch out some of the lines?
No, because your fingers and or sword keep bouncing back.
Can we break the gold frame of the door? Or the blue frame of the door?
The frame of the door is the type of frame you'd expect to activate a portal sometimes, maybe.
The frame of the door is glowing, so if we break it, that might ruin wherever it goes. Is there anything else around that we could possibly use to solve the puzzle of how to open the door that we actually want open?
Phoebean's got a cool piece of blue, and there's a room just across the hallway.
Blue?
Yeah, the door you shattered into roughly 10 pieces, and Phoebean's holding on to one of them.
Oh yes, I got a shard of the mysterious glass in case we could study it or make tools or weapons out of it, or in case it has some magical powers. I don't know. It just seemed like a nice thing to have around.
So my eyes get all big and wide, and then I look down and go, I got a stupid idea.
Okay.
Tell us your stupid idea.
Can't be worse than all the other ones we've had.
So I'm gonna like grab one of these floor tile ticks, and I'm gonna like hold it up to the thing to see if it has clearance to go through the door.
What exactly are you doing as in hold up? Just like hold in front of you?
Yeah, just hold it up in front of the door, not like push it against the door, but hold it up in front of the door to see if the rune like activates.
Aside from the quiet noise that you can only hear because you're touching the thing, being produced by the floor tick, nothing seems to happen.
So it doesn't activate on the machines.
I was hoping that one of these machines would have clearance, but I don't think so. So I'm gonna put my shield tick back on my shoulder.
It will scurry over to like just below your right bicep and act as though that's where it belongs, obviously.
These are the coolest pets ever. Hey Fid, maybe you could try that crazy blue thing.
Okay, what am I trying it on?
The door?
I touched the thing to the door.
Okay, your thing gets like all melty as it touches the door and starts to seep into it.
I pull back.
Okay, the part that's already inside the door is still there and has left a blue stain on your golden door. You now have most of 1/10 of the door.
I stick my finger softly through the hole, the blue spot.
It bounces back softly.
Can you rub the blue bit over the rune?
Did doing that decrease the size of my shard?
Yes.
Okay, I can do it a little bit.
There are 10 more over here.
Cosmic crayons.
Okay.
There's like 9 more over there. One of them has been decided it's floor,
Okay.
which is to say, very clear where it is. You're just not sure you want to touch it.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab the pieces that aren't floor, or some of the pieces, I guess. One for each hand.
Okay.
We're coloring the gold door blue. This is a completely reasonable thing. We're painting the roses red. We're painting the roses red.
Very good. The blue is behind the runing, so that doesn't break the runing. But yes, you color the door blue. Very good.
Does it do anything?
Well, the doorway lights up.
Cool.
And the door opens, which is to say, whatever you're looking at is a portal, not the other side of the doorway.
But we still can't get through the portal because...
No, you can. The door's open.
Oh, okay. The rune moved.
Yeah, the door opened.
Okay.
Upon becoming... Wait, actually. If you use amphibians, you can turn the entire door blue.
It takes all 10 things.
It takes all 10 pieces.
Ugh. Well, that's up to Phoebe.
Also, which one of you is acquiring the one covered in floor?
You are a floor guy.
Well, yeah, I guess so. So I scrape up the blue on the floor.
Okay, you are now covered in more floor.
Wonderful. This is working out exactly as planned.
Great. Good.
Less than 100... You got, like, some of the ticks that were attached, but it's worth pointing out that the air gate blew off most of the ticks that were attached. So you do gain in floor tile quantity, just not as much.
Bummer.
Floor
I need more.
tile quantity. What a world.
One of us wants to be covered in floor ticks. It's not my fault.
These things are awesome. How could you hate having kinetic armor that moves?
For anyone paying close enough attention, the one that decided it definitely belongs right under the right bicep is no longer there. It must have decided it definitely belongs somewhere else.
I don't care about Geldon's little bitty weird things.
I do care. I just don't know how to address this. Yeah. We'll see where this goes.
Okay, on the other side of the doorway, you see walls and walls and walls. You see both walls are covered in glass tubes, question mark, that look big enough for, roughly big enough for a person of any description save Herc to fit in.
Back to tanks.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say that the leader should go first.
I'm sorry, they're covered in what?
Wall to wall, full. Both walls are full of glass question mark tubes, full of a liquid that are roughly big enough to put a person inside of.
Okay. Tubes with... Are there actually people inside of them?
You don't know. From your position in the doorway, it's unclear.
Alright. I was gonna go through, but then, listening said something really interesting, and so I'm gonna pause and look at you and be like, oh?
I said, yeah, the leader can go first, because I don't want to pick metallic bugs out of my skin.
Who is that?
Change. I'm the leader.
Whoever wants to be the leader, I guess.
Alright, I'll go inside.
Wait, so you want to be the leader? You want to be the most likely to suffer whatever condition?
Those aren't the same question?
Okay, well, just
I'm the
making
leader,
sure
and I will suffer no condition. Continue.
I just want you to know that they are the same question, so think of it that way.
Change is the leader.
Okay, so put change in first.
I'm going in.
Oh, wait.
I've changed my mind. We don't belong in here. Turn around.
Too late.
You should throw change in there by themselves.
No, change only says that once Vivelda crosses the threshold.
Okay, I crossed the threshold. What happens in this lunatic room?
It's kind of spooky. Change has decided this is the wrong place to be.
So light up the room, weirdo.
I could probably do that. Okay, does anyone here suffer from, any one of the players suffer from consequences of having strobe lights suddenly flood the room?
That sounds like a character question, not a player's question.
Yes, that's a character
We're
question.
not gonna have strobe lights on stream.
Yes, yeah. That's what I was trying to say. I'm not going to turn strobe lights on stream, but in canon, does anyone have problems with spontaneous strobe lights other than the initial problems?
No, I think it's fine.
that. Well, long giraffe-necked weevils have that they can get hypnotized by flashing lights in the right frequency.
Well, this is good news. This is every frequency, so
So it's just a minor annoyance.
Yeah.
Have any of you ever seen a rainbow that you were standing inside of?
No. I think the
What
rules
if
are you
the
can't
rainbow
do
was
that.
also glowing like a 3,000 watt bulb?
Well,
Cool.
So
I'm gonna pretend that this is fine and normal and go examine one of the, tube things.
that is absolutely full of a person.
What kind of a person?
The kind of a person that... Okay, so they don't appear to have, notable scales or feathers or anything, or fur.
So they're an amphibian.
Yeah. Except, their appendages don't look very suited for swimming. And they have a really low number of arms and legs.
Does Hugh recognize them?
I don't know, is Hugh inside?
Yeah, I would have followed Jorenda inside. Or Vivelda inside.
So they're weird amphibians.
Yeah, you might describe them as relatively inefficient amphibians.
Okay, got it.
Hugh is also of the impression they don't belong here.
Does he recognize them, though?
Upon being pressed, Hugh will remorse about the time when he looked like that. But not quite like that.
Hugh says that these guys look a lot like their people.
Well, yeah, of course they're people. Actually,
they are people. They look like Hugh's people.
Skulls?
I don't know how it works.
They are wearing some form of makeup or face covering, so
Do they have swords?
It's unclear what their face actually looks like underneath all that.
But do they have swords? This is important.
Yes, actually. All of them have at least 3 swords on them.
Yeah, so they're people. They have a lot of
3
swords. That seems unnecessary, but I guess I'm not here to judge.
Some of them who don't have swords have daggers, but more of them.
They look like gods. Guards, like when we're god and stuff. Let's not wake these guys up, huh? This could be a problem.
Listening Chaos Amphibian Isle need to be informed when you enter as well.
Oh, I'm not going in unless something bad happens.
Fab.
I'm
Go ahead.
I'm here for when you need me. Should I come inside?
I turn back and I look at you, and I'm like, oh, so when it's actively dangerous and I would like you to not go inside, you just charge on in.
Oh, I was trying to protect somebody.
Just checking.
We were.
not like
I
we
thought
don't
we
know
were
anyone
helping
like
each
that.
other.
Yeah, it's not like we don't know anybody with a long history of self-detriment in the betterment of others or nothing.
I'm allowed to do that. She isn't. I absolutely just do not qualify this at all. It's just period.
I can do that. Not you. Okay.
Change is like, of course you are. I'm the leader.
Thanks, Change.
Anyway, let's keep going down this
Yeah,
corridor.
I keep going
Yeah.
down. Are there a lot of, like, weird people things?
As the leader, I say we are going the other direction.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Why don't you want to be here? It's
I
just...
volunteered to take the brunt of this attack, and now I am turning us around. This is supposed to be a two-way thing for a leader.
But why don't you want... It's just, like, weird frog things.
They are substantially more frightening than you.
Without taking my eyes off the tubes, I'm gonna put one of my hands on Vivelda, and like, what's got you so scared?
It won't tell me. It seems to think we should go the other way, though. For whatever that's worth.
Well, that's kind of on you, fearless leader.
I think I'm going...
I am the fearless leader. I said we're turning around.
We're exploring. Come on.
By your leave.
Okay.
I walk down these weirdy tube things. The corridor with them.
Listening. You
Hmm?
have yet to enter.
Yep,
and
I have not
Amphibian,
entered.
I believe, has also yet to enter. It appears as though the conclusion is walk down hallway. What are you guys gonna do?
I mean, if they're still going, then I'll follow. But I'm not jumping in. If there's a ton of unknowns.
Into the unknown.
Okay.
I'm gonna totally stick my butt out the portal towards Fibian and listening and like pop the trunk. You can ride in there if it makes you feel safer.
No, thank you.
I'm okay.
You sure you don't want to ride in my butt?
Nobody wants to ride on your butt.
All right, thought I'd ask. Click my trunk shut and walk off.
Get in my butt. Say that.
Get in my
Okay.
butt.
Listening Chaos.
Yes.
Upon crossing through the entryway, your spooky companion, quote, is relaying a message, we shouldn't be here.
Which cookie companion? Like the one inside me or the one that's floating around me?
The sword?
The one that shoots lasers when you tell it to shoot lasers.
Okay, the one floating around me. And I'm gonna be like, okay, why not?
I haven't been informed of more. Just we shouldn't be here.
Okay. Oh, someone told you we shouldn't be here?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I will let everyone know. But you got to give us an alternative first. So where should we be going instead?
I don't know. Going through the gold door seems like a pretty good idea.
Gold door. Okay. Um. So TG Vivalda, maybe we shouldn't be inside here and head towards the gold door instead.
We can shut the portal again and open the gold door, but we don't know how to open the gold door.
That's true. We don't. But you know what? Does anything inside here look breakable?
There are lots and lots and lots of glass tubes.
Yep.
Glass tubes. All right.
And
All of them
to
have
be
the
clear,
same kind of person in them?
yes and no. There are like minor differences.
But
of,
not like as many differences as I expect walking down the street of my city.
Yeah. Also, it occurs to me I probably wasn't clear enough. The lighting in this room comes from the multicolored glowing rocks that now are lining the floor.
Oh, I thought it was coming from change.
Yeah, change glowed and infused light into each rock.
Okay.
Which
Cool.
is to say, it is still strobing.
We're having to, like, occasionally shake TG because he's like, whoa.
Roll Grace to disco dance across this floor. I'm totally joking. I'm not going to disco dance.
No, if any of you decide to disco dance across the floor, I will count it as a passer's stealth check.
I'm here for it.
Of course, a stealth check would also be Grace, so it's not really saving you anything, but still.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm gonna observe this time since
I'm down to dance for a stealth check. That sounds awesome.
Well, if you feel like we shouldn't be here, we can leave. I just want to find the center because they said at the center, "Hey, change."
Yes.
Is your counterpart here?
Oh, hell no.
The one you don't want to talk to?
Yes. What? No one of their right mind would be here.
Why?
Look into those glass tubes.
They're creepy things.
Yeah.
Kinda boring.
Now look at their forehead.
Okay.
That is not a birthmark or some skin color change. That is a tattoo of the moon.
What's a moon?
The moon is
Holy crap, we finally found it.
potentially not. I find it likely that something could theoretically exist that's more frightening than the moon. It's usually quite pretty and quite beautiful. These things, on the other hand, are certifiably the most frightening thing I've ever come across.
Alright.
And they are tied to the moon somehow.
Okay, well, I still don't get it, but alright. We can leave. Come on, guys.
I have been waiting for this moment since the first day we played because I was talking world building with you, and I'm so excited that we are here. Anywho, I follow Dorinda's lead.
We head on out, assuming that listening follows me.
Well, I mean, if everyone else is going, yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, and I'll be like, okay,
Right.
so Change says that these things have like a forehead thing, and that means that they work for someone named Moon, who's like scary. So
Okay,
they're
so you know
extra
how
scary.
so you know how you thought the sun is where all the light came from?
Sure. Is the moon where all the dark comes from?
No. Yes. Probably not. Probably. We're gonna say a solid maybe. The moon is the other massive object in the sky that I does it consume light? It's unclear.
And
It cares
the
about
moon's in the sky.
it cares about a great many things and but it cares about them in a very specific way. And usually that's good, but in the case of those things, it's bad. I think. It's unclear.
Nope.
Why
none
do
of
you
that
look
made
so
sense.
confused? You've interacted with the moon before.
What's the moon? Oh, I have. Where was she?
Yeah.
When did I talk to the moon?
I don't know, but I can feel her presence.
Yeah, she's in that room, like back there, right?
No, like footprints in the sand. You are the sand, and I can feel her footprint has been here.
Sand.
Ooh.
So you weren't with me when we talked to the moon, though.
No?
Okay. Let's shut the door and keep going. Well, we go through the portal, and then we need to make it not blue. So
That's just a non-specified thing you guys know how to do. Turn off portal.
Oh yeah, okay. We just turn off portal then.
Dope. The as the portal closes, the blue leaches out of the golden door and rebuilds the door across the hallway.
Convenient. Thank you. I do appreciate not having a open hole of death.
They totally weren't whispering behind you while you were doing stuff.
Great. But I do appreciate not
Stop
having...
listening, guys. Just so rude. He smashed Kyle. Do you see Kyle over there? He's laying on the ground.
Wait, what? Who's saying that?
I was out of canon narrating the voices of the big tiki heads behind us crying that you killed Kyle, or whatever I said his name was.
Yeah, I think it was Kyle.
Well, it's Kyle's own fault. If they'd just let me break them to see what's inside, I mean, I wouldn't have actually.
You wouldn't have broken them. Aha!
Broken them to destroy.
Yes, a compelling argument.
Mm-hmm. Very compelling. 100% factual.
Mm-hmm.
So as we're looking at this door reforming, I just kind of offhandedly mentioned, did we ever ask them nicely to let us out?
They didn't talk to us at all.
Mm-hmm. No communication.
But did we even try?
Yes.
Yeah, we
I
did.
said,
Mhm.
hi.
No, we try asking it to let us out?
I did not try that specific thing.
Huh. Well, now I feel bad.
Well, now what you're saying then is that this is your fault.
It's possible.
Okay, just making it clear. Just clarifying that up front.
I don't think we need to be assigning fault here.
Always must be assigning fault.
Why is that so important?
Well, because, if it's fun.
As the door on the other side of the hall is reforming, I shout into it, "I'm sorry, no hard feelings."
Lots of hard feelings.
At least exactly one face looks at you as the door closes.
I knew they understood me.
Which of the two of you, it's unclear. Theoretically, they could have also been looking at Hugh.
That's fair. I'm gonna look down at Hugh. Do you know this guy?
will not deny that I might have bitten someone that looked a lot like him.
Do you
That's
know
strange.
this guy? That's hilarious.
Hugh says that people used to look like that.
That's not what I said. I just said I've bitten someone.
Like the giant
Okay.
stone faces or like the things in the tubes?
The guy in the big heads in the other room over there, apparently Hugh has bitten someone who looks a lot like that.
I can believe that.
That is
Me too.
completely unhelpful.
Just starting to think that everything here isn't as dead as we seem to think it is.
Well, you can. In order to be dead, you have to first be alive, and I don't think these guys were ever alive.
See, that's where I disagree with you.
But you can be wrong.
You can be wrong too.
Well, you got a mouth on you today, don't you, listening?
You hear me grunt?
I stop.
interesting
I come to a
development.
full stop and I turn and I look at listening and I wait a minute. And then I look at Gildan and I'm like, I think you just shut him up. I've never seen anyone strike them speechless before.
My facial expression is just like an entire, I'm not going to get into this conversation in front of listening.
Vivelda's impressed.
So,
interesting development, though.
Go ahead.
I imagine at least one of you is examining the golden door,
Yes.
and you notice that the repel rune is no longer quite so visible. In fact, you can't see it.
Interesting. Well, I'm not there. I'm trying everything I can to avoid the subject, so I probably walked over to Vivian, who is examining the door.
To be clear, there's also the room with the fluffy couches.
We're not going in there. Actually, we could go in there.
It's pretty nearby.
Because you see, we turned on the computer and then proceeded to do literally nothing with the computer.
Just don't sit on the couches. There's something up with the couches. Something don't feel right about that.
Yeah.
They make me hungry.
I go into the room with the computer. And I turn it on, I guess.
Do you
No, I
take
don't
the
sit on the
suggested
thing.
method? No, take the suggested method of entering through the doorway.
Like, jumping?
Okay, fine.
Is that the
That's the
suggestion?
method you guys
Oh, you
suggested.
want me
The
to fall
method
on my
I-
face?
Yes.
No, I don't do that, you lunatic. Suggested method.
Which kind of makes me wonder what falling on my face would do.
You're welcome to find out.
Honestly, your neck is so long you could do both at the same time.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to follow Vivilda through the door, not thinking about it, and just totally faceplant while I'm on all 4 feet.
Okay, you successfully faceplant.
Well, that don't do nothing.
I just look at you, shake my head, and like keep going.
Oh no, you actually don't successfully faceplant.
What?
You hit it, then some tiles get knocked off you, and you get thrown onto the roof instead.
Wait, what?
Oh, I hit the ground and bounced off my tiles.
Yes.
Okay. Well, on the way back down, I'm going to gather my tiles somewhere where I won't land. And, well, actually, you know what? I'm just going to, like, compose myself, grab onto my tiles, and then land on my feet. And then be like, uh-oh. Here, little tile bugs.
No,
Come
they're
here.
gone.
Back to mama.
They've noped out of here now that they're free of you and found a different floor.
I just watch
Damn.
all of this in like total expressionless silence. But you can practically feel me thinking, you're so dumb.
are so dumb. You probably think this door is a doorway. You're so dumb.
Anywho, I'm going to count the floor ticks that I have left and then go push the pedal for the computer to work.
That particular impact took like maybe 5% out of your door tick.
Okay.
You're so dumb.
So I look around and count my ticks. I'm like, all right, now I know what that does. Oh yeah, the pedal thing. Here, let me get that for you.
Thanks.
All right. The screen turns on, as does the. I'm just going to use the word touchscreen panel.
Is the computer turned back on again? I mean, the monitor. Does the portrait come back on again?
Yes, this one says, it like turns on and says, "Welcome to the Portcullis operating system," and
Oh,
like
that's cool.
takes a second to open.
Hi, I say to it. Because it's talking to me and therefore alive.
Mm-hmm.
You are now on what is a homepage.
How are you? What's your name? It's ignoring me.
Are any like higher? Are there any like symbols or designs on the screen?
I mean, there's like a few folders.
I'm going to
That
tap
one might
the
be an
magic window
application.
and go, you in there somewhere? Tick, 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 tick.
Okay, it says... What does it say?
Stop tapping on the glass. They hate that.
It says booting up solitaire.
What? I don't want to be
Solitaire.
alone.
There are now lots of cards on the big screen.
I am like ravenously pressing them, trying to get them to like not.
Okay,
You are now playing solitaire.
TG, how many love points do you have?
Oh gosh, including the one I got today.
Yeah.
Hello, Russian spy. Welcome to the stream. We're
3.
busy causing
I've got
chaos.
3.
Okay.
Our thirsty sword lesbians have found a computer. We don't know what that is. We're
You
attempting to
successfully
communicate with it.
Make it. You successfully make the screen switch to game over.
I think I stopped it. I think I stopped it. We're okay.
Okay, what do the other buttons do?
There's like 3 buttons: submit high score, restart, and quit.
I pick quit, I guess.
Okay, it goes back to the primary screen.
Okay, that's where I wanted to be. What do the other buttons do? It's so
You
funny,
have
we're just
like
playing solitaire.
I don't know, what kind of apps do people have on their homepage?
Well, there should be a folder.
Yes,
Math boards.
there's at least 3 folders.
Okay. After we accidentally open and close at least one more application, we find the folder and click that.
Okay. In this folder, there are PowerPoint presentations.
Are they all written in, like, common?
Yes, actually. Good point. All of the language you've heard in this room is common.
Cool. What? Arm still. I poke around with the computer until I find the relevant thing.
So I actually put you in the relevant thing. You are in a folder full of PowerPoint presentations.
Okay. I read the titles, I guess.
They seem largely irrelevant. Stuff like suggestions to add more water coolers and painting the walls to improve morale. And this appears to be a conference room where they're trying to convince people of stuff.
Okay. What about the what if we don't die convincing?
There is, one of them does talk about a known concern of a particular mutanogen that's been found around the edge and valleys recently.
Hey, Fib. Wait, did Fibian come
Yes.
with, or is she still fighting with the door?
What door is Fibian fighting with?
The golden one. Did you guys stay with the golden door, or are you coming?
I'd followed everyone else if I was capable of it.
Okay, then Fibian's here.
Fib, what's a mutagan? Mutagan?
Mutant.
Yeah.
Mutagenic. It
There is someone at my
transforms
front door. I will be back.
life
You guys
into
entertain each other.
form.
There's someone at my front door. I'll be back. Continue
Okay.
on without me.
Okay. So, this particular PowerPoint is suggesting that they seal it off with airtight. Essentially, they suggest let's fill it full of concrete, and that'll probably stop it.
Do that. Definitely do that. Fill it with concrete. If it is dangerous, destroy it.
So,
But it might not be dangerous to us. I don't know.
I-
Assess danger.
this is where the poison's coming from. In the water.
It also could be what happened to us. Why we're here. I mean, you've seen what they look like before. Like, you can see what they look like. If we are the dominant species up top, we had to have come from somewhere. And if these are our ancestors, and this is just postulation, I don't know for sure because I'm not that smart, but like, what if the water changes us into us instead of like us just being popping out? I mean, we had to come from somewhere, and I know we come from the lake, so maybe we started at the bottom as something else entirely and just popped up to the top.
I don't think that's possible. I think we'd be killed by monsters.
Well, see, and I've been thinking about that too. So you got that friend of yours with the weird spiky hands that can do the crazy sword cage, right? And they don't seem to know anything, like they just popped out of the river, right? So what if we all start as monsters
No,
and become something else?
no, that's not that is not possible.
Why ain't it possible?
I don't know. I've seen her take care of monsters, and they're mean. They're not like the rest of us. They're unpredictable. They're dangerous, and
Self-centered and needlessly violent.
Well, we're self-centered and needlessly violent, so
you know,
maybe they just don't know any better.
Like you. Hold on a second.
But It's not like me. I wasn't like them.
Change has been screwing with the controls while you guys are having this groundbreaking revelation. And, you hear, like, a clicking noise coming from down the hall as he's just kind of screwing stuff up.
Hey, Change, what you doing? Or I guess,
You look
Gavilda, what are
over
you doing?
and he's
I'm back.
rearranged. Okay, so while you were gone, Change,
Oh my goodness.
Fibian and TG had, like, a heart-wrenching discussion about the origins of all life and the difference between mindless monster and civilization. And Change has reorganized everything in the file to now spell from top to bottom, counting only the first words, freedom.
Only the first letters.
Letters, yeah. And was about to spell something else that started with a V, but apparently ran out of V's.
What are you up to over there?
My name has a normal amount of V's.
You say that like I'm supposed to tell you no.
Yeah, I met some bees in high school, and there is a lot of bees on average.
No V's. Okay, I'm opening the mutagenic one.
Okay, basically it's talking about how, hey, don't let people touch this, and also it appears to be growing in elevation. We should, like, cement it off or something.
Is it water?
So, it is the water.
It is moving like water. That is part of how they describe it.
So they're describing the water super weird.
Yeah,
look at
they use stuff like viscosity and flow pattern in their words.
You said mutagenic changes things, yeah?
Yes.
This stuff is talking about the water. I might not be as far off as you think. Just saying, nobody here, aside from maybe listening, knows where any of this came from. Or any of us came from, for that matter. So this mutagenic stuff could be talking about us, it could be talking about the monsters, hell, it could be talking about both of us.
Listening.
Yes.
You do know that as far as you remember, everyone was this multi-species conglomerate. Those creatures in the tubes you have never seen up until this point, best to your knowledge.
Wait, say that again, the last part?
The creatures in the tubes from the hallway,
Mhm.
up until that point you've never seen, to the best of your knowledge.
You've never seen humans before.
Humans. Okay.
That's what's
oh,
in the
yeah, no.
tubes, humans.
Okay, well, you said amphibians, so I was just like,
That's
clearly
out
I'm not-
of. That's in character.
I know that. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna say, well, actually, I'm not gonna say anything right now. Go ahead.
I think that whatever... I think this water changes us. And that's why it likes change so much.
Here you go. Shoo. Go eat a muffin or something. Shoo.
Hey, why don't we ask Change?
Change is supremely unhelpful. But sure.
I'm supremely helpful. I was spelling words with files.
Change is supremely unhelpful when you don't ask it the right questions.
Some other things. But you
I'm
may
all-
not come down here and bug me. Go.
TG, would you like to roll call on a toxic power?
Yes, I would.
Go for it.
Is there any defining attribute for that?
Call on toxic power.
I think it's wit.
You ask your question and roll plus spirit.
Spirit. Or you can ask it for a favor.
I got 0 spirit, but just nonchalantly looking down at Change and being like, "Hey, yo, I need a favor." That makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep, that's what you're doing.
8.
Okay, on a
Excellent.
7 to 9, it answers your question or performs a portion of your favor, and the GM chooses 1. It takes something from you, you mark a condition, or it gains a strain on you.
Most of the time, the thing Change takes from me is my fucking body, so have fun.
Yes, but Change won't take my body because I'm not its user.
Okay, so what do you ask of Change?
Is the water what made us?
I do relay Change is listening.
Vivelda, I didn't hear that.
You say you're asking a favor. You're like, Change, I need a favor. And I look at you, and then I look at my sword, and I'm like, Change is listening.
TG does feel the look, does feel like many eyes are looking at him.
I have not taken my eyes off the screen. I'm infatuated with all of this knowledge.
So you ask, were we once those people?
Did the
No,
water
I
make
ask,
us?
is the water make us? Did the water make us?
To which Change responds, that's a obviously not, then takes away the idea that you came from humans.
I didn't ask if we came from humans. I asked if the
That's
water
correct.
changed
It
us.
appears to have
The
gone
thought?
for unrelated knowledge as payments for this.
Okay,
What?
I'm all right with being wrong. Well, let's hope I am.
No,
Is
so
stole our thoughts?
Change has stolen the thoughts out of TG's mind and answered TG's question of, do we come from the water? Change said absolutely not.
We don't float up from bubbles in the water? We float up from bubbles in the water.
You come out of the water. You don't come from the water.
Well,
I asked if the water made us. I didn't ask if we came from it.
Yeah, and the answer's the same. Absolutely not.
regardless of how you phrase the question, the answer is the same.
Gotcha. So I'm like, oh, guess not. And I continue to read.
That's basically it. It's cost benefit analysis of just pouring cement in random places. How the likelihood that this will work and I'll get fired appears to have been modified after it was supposed to be presented to much higher.
This will totally, definitely work, I promise.
And then, it does end with an interesting thing. It does say, we should have Gaggle keep monitoring this, no matter what our response, no matter what we decide with this.
Say gaggle?
Yes.
Do I know what a goose is?
No.
Do we know what a
Okay.
gaggle is?
So you just see in a long, uncomfortable silence. Then you see me ask the sword, "What's a goose?"
What's a gaggle?
To which the room responds, how may I help you?
Hey, Gaggle, are you there?
Give me a moment.
I'm literally just going out on a limb here.
Of course I am. I'm always here.
Ha! The room's name is Gaggle!
Gaggle.
For
lights
the
down
record,
50%.
This is the word they're looking at on screen. I put it in dice rolls so chat could see it.
Okay, gaggle with more A's and less G's than usual.
Oh, come on. It's super straightforward, guys.
Gaggle.
Well,
You know, I thought about that for half a second, and I was just like, don't want to get sued.
You speak and it responds, telling you that it's always here.
Okay,
Always.
Gaggle.
Our new
Play Red Hot Chili Peppers.
guy. Play MCR. I heard they come out with a new song.
Gaggle, play Despacito.
Gaggle starts playing a legally distinct version of all three of those simultaneously.
Great. Okay, stop. No, stop it. You're worse than change.
Gaggle, shut up.
The most important command you need to learn for your OK Gaggle. Shut up.
Hey, Gaggle, what are the effects of mutagenic?
According to language databanks, mutagenic is too broad of a term to be defined in such a simple question. It simply means to cause change.
I'm like giving
Looks
the
pointedly at
computer,
change.
like a flat like glare, like you're so stupid.
You all knew the water was coming from me. What's with this look?
If the water's coming from you, can you make it go away?
Yes and no. The water is coming from my power and coming for me. I'll tell you what, that nice dip we took helped.
Okay, I guess we can go swimming in murderous waters.
Okay, Gaggle.
Phoebian, do you have a sample?
How do you stop the mutagenic water?
Modern theories hypothesize that the use of artifact C would be effective in delaying the flow of water when combined with the use of artifact A.
I heft my sword. Is this artifact C?
Scanning. Confirmative.
Confirmative.
Define artifact A.
Artifact A is a large artifact usually worn on the head. It is surprisingly similar in shape to the crowns from the kings and queens of old. It has been attributed. Its attributes are filed under Artifact A, subsection. What?
Read selection.
Are you okay,
Alright.
Gaggle?
I'm not sure how or what this thing's supposed to be doing, but I finally got it to stop releasing that wind, which I still don't have a better term for than just bitter. I don't know how something feels bitter.
Is the computer still talking to us?
Yes, this appears to be an audio file.
Somebody
Oh.
stop the bitter wind. The bitter.
But I haven't gotten it out. I haven't gotten it to stop releasing that gosh darn blinding lights. For the whatever the benefits are, it doesn't appear to hurt anything more than my specific vision. I'm absolutely blind, but I've been told no one else is suffering these consequences. And then it like gets fuzzy and jumps around a bit. And it's like, okay, I've come to the conclusion that this artifact is probably killing me, but only me for some reason. And so I think if someone else gets it, it'll help them. I've managed to reroute the lights so it doesn't appear to be in too much excess. I've had to use an entire artifact for this purpose, just as a place to store it. It seems to target specifically those in pain. The light shines on them specifically, and it helps them. I think the way I hear it described to me, it's like putting them back together. It's absolutely fascinating. On a side note, I think I've already mentioned this, but I might as well say, we finally found a way out of that stupid bitter wind, although not everyone's a big fan of our solution. Well, what do we care? We have all of the artifacts. Some of the artifacts have gone missing, but we have the rest of them, so it doesn't matter. It's fine. And then Gaggle comes back on. The rest of the log, it cannot be played.
Who is this guy? Where is he?
So you just played an entire thing on how to take a light potion, like, you know,
Was he
like
dumb?
one minute to have the audio about how to wipe
He's
the
buried
butt.
roughly 22 meters from the primary entrance of this door in the easterly direction.
Hey, Gaggle, how long has it been since he said that?
Calculating. Incalculable.
Huh. What are those
Incalculable
things
'cause it's-
that you have in containment in this facility?
Calculating. There are... that someone released a terrible virus, so we are led to believe that has began... that we managed to quarantine into one specific room. What goes on in that room, I do not understand. But records show you have entered it recently.
Are we gonna die?
Calculating. Probably.
Okay.
Are we gonna die from the virus?
Oh!
As you are by no means electronic, then the virus will have no means of affecting you.
Can you clear the route to Artifact A?
Calculating. Negatory. There appears to be no
Negatory.
direct route from here.
What can we do to help?
Calculating. Containment on Artifact D appears to have degraded. Proceed through the gold door.
Will you open the gold door for us?
Calculating. No individual of sufficient qualifications thus exists in the world.
So no one can open the door for us.
Calculating. Backup open procedures are in place.
So can you open the door for us?
No.
Gaggle.
How do we activate the doorways?
Emergency
Oh, sorry.
override.
Okay, what
Gaggle.
did you say?
Emergency override. The door slams shut. You
Shit.
guys are now locked in the comfy room. Good job.
Oh, at least it's the comfy room.
That's true.
I curl up on the couch.
No, wait. I grab you and I pull you off. I'm like, no, you told it to emergency override. Fix it.
Gaggle. Undo emergency override.
Checking for threats. threats are of sufficient distance, the door opens.
I identify as a threat.
Okay,
The door
Gaggle.
closes.
No, wait, take it back. Gaggle.
The door opens slowly.
I swear you're dumber than TG.
I put a tick down on the computer. Can you give this thing security clearance?
The tick attempts to scurry off, but is shot by lasers because guess what security drone showed up when someone said shut down? When someone said lockdown. Override.
Okay, did they show up because they said override, or did they show up because I said I identified as a threat?
They were actually there when the door first opened after the word emergency. They don't appear to recognize anyone but TG, and they appear to be specifically focused on the what used to be a tick that is now Ash.
Oh, hey, you
Hey,
contaminated
Gaggle,
the
is that
Twix.
thing... Hold up, whoa, hold on. Hey, Gaggle, is this thing gonna hurt us?
Attempting to spread the virus will not be permitted.
We went into the room. It contaminated metallic things. You're carrying the ticks. The ticks are machines. They got contaminated. We have to kill your ticks.
Removal of floor ticks.
TG, you get very hot from the process. Take a condition, but you do get very precisely lasered off, clean of ticks.
Okay. Is there one for confused?
There's insecure. Or frightened.
Okay, Gaggle.
I'm gonna take frightened. No, I'm gonna take insecure. That would make me insecure.
Go ahead, Fib.
Gaggle. Are you?
Am I?
Are you sentient?
Negatory.
So you're not a person.
You see, that question allows them to say, are you? And then they can say, I am, which,
I think, therefore, I
is
am.
my version of the, whatchamacallit test.
Turing.
That's a Turing test, and
Yeah.
Siri says I am all the time.
Well,
This
Alexa-
one said, am I?
Alexa avoids the question. Or she goes, I don't know that.
Hey, Gaggle, can you release this robot under my command authority?
Which one?
The big one.
With the lasers.
Okay, as the GM, which one?
The one that was shooting at us.
The robot that just cleansed me of ticks.
Okay, there are 3 defense drones. You all know what those look like. The answer is no.
There are
It says
3 defense
something
drones
about-
at the door to our room?
Yes. They recently unloaded quite the clip at TG.
Open the doorway to Specimen D.
Insufficient clearance. That's the word.
We just had it open that doorway a minute ago. How'd that work?
We made it blue.
Show us how we can help.
It opens up the file full of PowerPoints and says, there's a riddle here. Solving it will open the door.
I read the riddle out loud.
There is no riddle. However, they have recently been rearranged by no one in particular
Chaos.
to spell freedom top to bottom when you only read the first letter.
What are the remaining letters?
That sounds like a lot of effort to have already cooked up.
Okay, well then it's not that answer.
You think of the
What are
word
the
that it's
letters?
supposed to spell, and give me the letters in alphabetical order. Unless that isn't the solution.
Yeah, it occurs to me I've kind of walked up a road with this one. I'm just outclassed, outplayed here.
You did this to your own self.
I did this to my own self. I guess, trial and error. You guys find all the words at the very worst. And the door clicks open. I really did do this to myself.
I was just gonna ask Chaos what word it was spelling.
Chaos will say no one in particular.
Okay, Gaggle. Files about a mushroom or fungus.
Voice file time. I have, as my first use of authority, declared that we should build I was calling it a mushroom. Genetically, it's almost nothing like a mushroom. It's gonna be so big we can live on it, because we can appear to stop this water. Just to keep us away from it. I mean, I guess I hope it works out. Reasonably speaking, we should be able to just keep growing if all else fails. Signing out.
Soon all the waters will rise and drive us uphill one more time. One day when the waters are clear, we'll take our leave and go.
You know, that song's a lot creepier now.
Actually, I agree. Where's my verse of that? That's chorus plays as like the next audio file. It's followed by so long ago. What's
I'm finding it. Give me just a minute. Drive. Keep. I wrote these down.
I have it.
Uh-huh.
I have it in front of me. I just don't know the pacing of it anymore.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-dum.
So long ago we knew the ground with plants there were that did abound. But now we're up without a prayer and all the top will glow.
Soon all
the waters will rise and drive us uphill one more time.
One day
when the waters are clean,
we'll take our leave and go.
So there you go. You guys have officially found the origin of that mysterious verse.
I am going to visibly shudder.
Surprise! The song we made up has lore now.
Literally everything you try to make, I attach to lore.
I can't help but feel like we're missing something with this mutagenic water stuff. This crazy stuff.
I will, as the GM, like openly remind you. You guys opened the gold door without activating the blue doorway.
Oh, we saw the
What
puzzle?
is the gold door?
According to Gaggle, it's the way to go.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Gaggle if there's anything I'm missing about this mutagenic water that we should know about.
Where does it come from?
Source unknown.
It comes from you, doesn't
Was
it?
Was there a plan to cancel it? To get rid of the water?
There were many plans to get rid of the water.
they failed. That's why we're here.
Where do the monsters come from?
What did I call it? D? Artifacts D.
Artifact D.
Gaggle, can you provide me with a list of artifacts and descriptions that I can take with me?
Preparing. Please head to printer room F11.
I don't know where that is.
We can't risk losing this portal. We can't move from this spot until we're ready to go through that portal.
Hold on, I've decided I need to number all of these. So I don't have to keep asking.
So I'm gonna look around and be like, this sounds really familiar for some reason.
Sounds weird is what it sounds.
Sounds familiar.
Actually, listening.
Mm-hmm.
I may have already said this, I might have forgotten to. You recognize the voice of the person who made that audio log.
The second one?
Oh,
Or the one where he was like, I think this artifact is killing me.
The second one.
the singing.
No, the singing was the third one.
No, which is the second one? Oh, but the scientist sounding one.
The one that said, I think, as my first
Oh,
use
that said
of my
we should
authority,
build a thing.
mushroom. Yes. The one who said we should build a mushroom.
Yeah, the scientist sounding one. Okay. So I'm gonna be like, well, what do I know? Well, what do I remember about them? Just hearing them or talking to them?
If you're right, you were once friends with them long ago.
Okay. So I'm gonna be like, this sounds familiar. Sounds like.
Also, now that you think about it, you have this slight notion that you might have seen them somewhat more recently, question mark?
I think I saw them a week ago. Maybe I saw them.
Isn't all this, it happened an incalculable time ago? Which sounds like a lot.
No, I think maybe the base of the mushroom? Maybe?
Incorrect.
I'm just saying things.
Gaggle will actually chirp up. Incorrect, user.
Oh. When did I last see
The
them then?
first audio file was created incalculable time ago.
Yeah.
Okay, but when was the last time I saw them?
I don't see how
You
Gaggle would know that.
You exist nowhere on our records.
Oh, okay. Well, that's slightly hurtful, but also not.
Hi, Gaggle. My name is Vivelda, the Magnificent. It's nice to meet you.
Hello, Vivelda the Magnificent. My name is Gaggle, the artificial god complex. And
The
it
what?
glitches as it says that, and then says the helpful AI.
Oh, well,
Uh-huh.
Gaggle, where am I right now?
You are in final research session in conference room 242B.
Okay. But Gaggle, what's the name of the place that the research center is in?
Well hidden.
Well hidden. Okay. Gaggle, this is going to be a little weird to ask, but I just broke something. Is that bad?
Repair bots are offline.
Okay.
Sounds like a yes.
What about those giant skulls? What were they? The big heads.
The giant skulls. No, it says no such thing matches description of something on file.
The lots of teeth on the side, and the big heads with the cables going to them.
No such thing. Match its description in file.
Is there a portable version of you, Gaggle?
Of course.
Gaggle, can we have
Okay.
an iGoog?
Please retrieve it at printer room F11.
An iPlip?
Okay. Can you
Alright.
give me?
Where's printer room F11?
It shows you a map. It's only kind of on the opposite side of the complex.
Okay, I'll go
Okay.
with Fibian. I'll go with listening.
Mhm.
Listening, and I will go and get it.
Okay.
Pick up your papers while you're there.
As you go
Yep.
outside, it occurs to you that, hey, look, the lights are on.
Oh,
And colorful fey lights form into arrows on the hallway to show you where you're going.
are they rainbow lights like the stuff in the virus room?
No, the stuff in the virus room? There was no lights in the virus
Yeah,
room.
there were. I had Change turn them on.
No, you had Change turn on the spooky ass hallway. The virus room is still pitch black.
Okay.
Yeah, they use their aspect of change to make the patterns glow. That's what that was.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll follow the
Like
glowing
his-
arrows.
Mhm.
Okay,
Follow the golden arrow road.
that's gonna take like half an hour. What are you two going to do?
Hey, Gaggle,
Yes.
what are the effects of the mutagenic water on specimens from, what'd you call it? Something D.
Well hidden.
Specimens produced by Artifact D, as they react to mutagenic water, had a delayed reaction of 32.00 seconds, but ultimately succumbed to the mutagenic liquid.
I think that word is succumbed.
I've been using definitely not the correct words this entire time.
Okay, carry on. I take back my objection.
What did I say? Confirmative when
You
you
said-
got something correct?
Yes.
So my guess is either it is improperly translating itself, or
crazy.
it's having issues.
It's crazy. And has a god complex. This is fine.
Fibian, do you have any questions for Gaggle?
Gaggle. So, I pull out some beakers and I'm like, okay, the mushrooms that usually light the way up and down the giant mushroom, were giving off strange effects the further down we went. I'm wondering about these mysterious bubbles and gases. Is there anything you can tell me about them?
Scanning. Scanners cannot penetrate that deep into the liquid.
But she's holding them.
That's a good point. Gaggle appears to have not noticed.
This friendly
rescan.
is definitely going insane and definitely not trustworthy.
I'm gonna
Gaggle,
look over.
rescan specimens in my hands.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
The room is filled with a green grid that slowly wraps around the specimens in question. Before going to air, the tubes appear to be full of solid platinum.
That's what Gaggle thinks they're full of.
I look at
Well-
the bottle. Do they look like they're full of solid platinum?
They look nothing like solid platinum.
Okay, thank you, Gaggle.
Hey, Gaggle,
Yes.
What am I?
Scanning. TG, what's the words for you?
Giraffe Weevil.
I'm a giraffe-necked weevil.
You are Dracnet Weevil of this variant.
Interesting. What's Fibian?
Scanning.
Fibian.
Fibian, what are you?
Diplocalus.
Fibian is one of the extinct hippocaulus.
You calling me a horse?
Fibian, you
That's
stink.
what I am.
You're not there. Fibian, it says you stink.
No, it says extinct.
Am I dead? No, wait. Am I dead? No, what?
Scanning.
Am I dead?
Inconclusive. I mean, no.
Can you bring up a history of our people?
Compilation complete. File contains 42,433,672 words.
This is the kind of answer I get from Change all the time.
Interesting. What are you?
I am the immortal and all-knowing and not all-powerful Google. Gaggle. Just like that, this video's demonetized.
Did it actually stutter?
No, it didn't.
It did
Okay.
say immortal, all-knowing, and definitely not all-powerful. Gaggle.
Well, I know that's what you are, but what are you?
Are you a hippocampus?
I am a highly advanced artificial intelligence built off of built out of artifact /D, or artifact D, as the base.
Modeled after Artifact D.
Yes.
The infected beings in containment, were they like you before?
Hold on. 1 moment. I'd like to fix that. Modeled after artifact B, not D. I had to double check.
What's the description of Artifact B?
Artifact B has been missing since before I was finally booted up. According
Fibian,
to
you should ask it to
Yes.
identify your change bracelet. Ask it what artifact your space bracelet. Ask it what artifact that is.
I don't know if I want it to know about my connection with space.
Fair.
Hey, space. Do you know anything about an artificial intelligence called Gaggle?
yeah, it's the one that designed the box.
Which box?
You called it the Dry. It's the one that designed the Dry.
Okay.
Is
Why did it-
evil?
Is it important for
It was
I don't know.
important in that what it was doing that took much fewer people to do, but it has no real authority.
Okay, so we can learn stuff from it, but it can't really help us
Yeah,
directly?
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So far as what it has to say about Artifact B, it goes on about how it causes I'm just gonna say the word tumor like growth, although also appears to enhance one's physical and mental properties exponentially as it grows.
It gives you cancer in exchange for ultimate power. That's my translation of that.
Do.
So it will probably help us, but come back as a villain later.
Yep.
How many of these artifacts are in this building right now?
Scanning. Oh boy, give me a sec. 4.
What
Say
artifact?
4.
Yeah, she said 4.
Present in this room, there is Artifact C, Artifact D, Artifact F, and Artifact G.
I'm not in this room.
Yeah, I'm not in this room either. Uh-oh. That means there's a bunch.
Gaggle, am I in possession of one of the artifacts?
Correct.
Which
You appear to
artifact
be
is
in
that?
possession of Artifact F.
So C and
Thank
F are here. Or we know what C and F are.
What is the origin of artifact F?
The origin of Artifact F is highly classified, and the same as all the other artifacts. Presumably.
What
I can't tell you, but I'm gonna tell
classification
you.
would be needed?
What was the question?
What classification? What
Clearance.
what a level or clearance? What clearance is needed to access this information?
No such clearance can be permitted.
Gaggle. Do you
Yes.
realize that is a loop in your system?
I cannot give clearance to learn information I do not have.
I need to use the bathroom, and we've been streaming for 2.5 hours now. We've still got about half an hour between now and our regular time. Would we like to take a break?
Yeah, because I gotta do this thing like you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's take a break for human processing, and then we'll get our list of artifacts from the printer when we reconvene.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Meat space break.
Audience, I'm gonna
Alright.
hit a 1-minute ad, and then whoever comes back first will entertain you. Cool?
Okay.
Jazz.
Sailing on the waters we rise and drive us uphill one more time. One day when the time is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Are we back? That's a yes. Hey, we're supposed to be entertaining here. Is it just me? I'm all alone? Okay, I'll be entertaining. Unfortunately, in this game, there's no dice rolling for the GM. So even if I were to roll like a handful of things and be like, meh, none of them would fall for it. None of them would fall for it. Oh wait, hold on. Oh! Drenda's icon moves when I speak. This is a fascinating development. Now I'm Drenda. Ha 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 ha. I really didn't prepare anything to be entertaining with people I can't interact with. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I have the stream open. I can read anything you post. And that's what I have to offer. I could go yell at the people in our cults. I mean, Discord server. Okay, honestly, I would just start hopping and or harassing people to give me attention. But I don't actually know what I'm doing, and also popping in would involve leaving this voice call. So, that's not happening. I will say, that I appreciate everyone coming by to hear the world I build and the story they're telling in it. I hope that what I'm saying makes enough sense. I mean, everyone else seems to go with it, but I'm not sure it's because they expect me to make no sense or because they genuinely follow along. Sometimes I get the impression that none of them follow along. But that's okay. Nothing needs to make sense. But it does all make some kind of logical sense. If you guys feel the need to try and straighten out anything that doesn't make sense in the cult, I can see Dorenda's, all of Dorenda's chats, because I'm a mod, ha ha ha. Except for Genshin nonsense. I don't look in the Genshin nonsense tab. But I'm a mod. I can see all of the chats. So if you guys want to theorize and look and scheme and try and find out what I'm doing, then I'll be able to be annoying and stuff like that. I'll also be able to keep in mind what is too unclear for you guys and help straighten that out in the future. I know, it sounds useful to me.
Alright, I have returned.
Hey!
I'm also here.
Yay!
Well, I mean, yeah.
I don't... Vivelda needs to be here to turn on the I'll be right back screen.
For what?
But you guys could do anything from ask for questions about Google to ask about the artifacts.
I actually want to wildly postulate for a minute.
Oh, good.
So we know that artifact C.
So I got an A in my courses, except for I'm waiting for one more result.
Correct one?
For bio.
Awesome.
Because I'm friggin' awesome.
Yeah, no, that's totally like super cool.
Yeah, that sounds quite nice. CG, you are gonna wildly speculate?
Okay, so we know where Artifact C is. It's in Jorinda's hands, or Vivelda's hands. And we know that Artifact F is Vivian's, right?
Yes.
So we have G and D here, right? And we know where D is. We're heading to that in a minute. So Artifact G is just hangling about. I would like to wildly postulate that that would be Listening Chaos.
There is one creature that had the same reaction with the same reaction to being in that space as Change did.
That's what I was thinking too.
Of course, I'm not saying that is or isn't the answer. I'm primarily doing this to help you wildly postulate more.
What was it was G, Artifact G that we're looking for, right?
Yes, theoretically, you should be able to find Artifact G somewhere
Okay.
in this complex.
Well, I am going to... That's what I'm going to ask Gaggle when we get back.
Ooh. I saw Vivelda's ring light up. Does that mean she's here? Down in the Platinum Maze, thirsty sword lesbians deal with body snatching and uncomfortable emotions. One of you is now very thoroughly perforated.
Do you need healing?
I don't need healing, no. I'm not hurt. I'm just speckly now.
Do you have conditions?
Oh, I have one condition, yes.
I can cure your condition.
That is a good question. Who has what condition?
I will accept that condition cure.
Alright, give me a string.
Okay, you can have one.
Yeah.
Okay. And I believe that just do I have to roll for that?
Okay. When you touch someone and let the power of nature and let the power of the natural world flow into them, roll plus spirit.
Alright. There's my 8.
8. Okay, on a 7 to 9, choose 1. They may give you a string on them to clear a condition. Or, since apparently this is TG's option, they gain the ability to speak with plants and animals for the rest of the scene. Or, they must answer one of the following... Oh, okay, no. This is Phibians, and that first one is a question to TG. And TG said, yes, I'll trade a string to clear my condition. Okay, never mind. I know what I'm saying.
Okay. There you go.
Thanks.
I'll try not to abuse you too
I
hard.
just can't hear you.
I'm talking. Can you not hear me?
I can hear you.
That's what it is.
Poor listening.
Hello.
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 Alright, now I can hear you.
Yay.
Who?
Bad horse, bad horse, bad horse, he's bad.
He rides across the nation, the thoroughbred of sin. He got the application that you... I can't finish that because it'll get us guidelines violated.
Oh, geez. I wonder if my crack about saying the word Google once.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're allowed to say the name, I suppose.
You're absolutely allowed to say Google. I was just joking.
Gotcha.
It is a word. It is a mathematical term.
That is also true, yeah. Also, you're allowed to badmouth companies. That's part of the whole Jorenda's based in America bit.
Also, parody is free speech. Like, we're good.
Parody, you have to.
That's not a parody. That was actually the Bad Horse theme song from Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. However, Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog is free on YouTube, so I don't know if they're getting royalties for that or what's going on. But I don't think Neil Patrick Harris would do anything for free.
So everyone's here. Press play. Vivelda and Chaos, you guys have the papers and can arrive back at Phibian and TG at your leisure.
Okay. Are the papers going to be like the information on the papers? Can you put it in like in game or something?
No,
Okay.
because have you ever read an SCP?
Yeah.
I was about to say I used to write for the SCP Foundation, so that's probably not possible.
Yeah. So we're looking at like how many of them are there? I always don't know. We're looking at 7 SCP type files.
Okay. Fun.
Which is to say, you have a small book waiting for you in printer room F11.
Cool. I see if I can find a stapler in printer room F11.
Oh no, it's actually already bound. You have a small book waiting for you.
Wow. Okay.
You also have like a plethora of assorted wearable and or like keychain themes that appear to be primarily gaggled symbol 3D.
What about a little triangle that sticks to the side of your head?
Ah, jeez.
No, actually.
Damn.
What if it lights up when we press it?
It does do that, actually.
Cool. I press it and I go, "Hi, Gaggle."
The entire room and also the individual units all respond.
Okay, that was too much. Alright. Here, have a G.
The G is in the form of a keychain.
I give one keychain to Listening Chaos. And then I take and then we go back.
I want one that looks like a lapel pin.
Okay. So, yeah.
Okay, needless to say, I'm not actually going to write those files because that sounds like effort.
Don't do that.
And I have so many other things on my plate.
Yeah.
You can, however, ask me questions about it.
Fab. How many are we missing?
You know the location of F, which appears to be space and is with Fibian. C, which appears to be change and is with you. And you've been told D, which, if you had to give it a one word, you'd say resilience, is also in this building.
Which one of these things sounds suspiciously like Listening Chaos's sword?
None of them. Actually, not quite. Artifact E, the one you would offer the one-word description of symbiosis, is one of the not least known, but second to least known about artifacts. And it is, it's said to have been stolen. And again, it's like symbiosis related stuff. So maybe it's symbiosis to whatever listening is.
Makes sense.
Alright. I've made a list. Okay. So there is one artifact here that we do not have. Let's go get it, I guess. Should we get it?
Do you guys arrive in the room with TG and Fibian?
Yes.
Okay. You are now all together and can now all speak.
As they walk in, can I ask Gaggle where Artifact G is?
They don't walk in, they do weird jump fall things in.
Gotcha. Well, as they do the weird jump fall things in, can I ask Gaggle where Artifact G is?
I do a super cool somersault.
Information on Artifact G is not available to any life form or intelligence that is conceivable.
I flip over to the, 4 pages that are on Artifact G and show them to you, and most of them are blank.
What is the information that we have on Artifact G?
Artifact G was theoretically very powerful. And has been missing the longest out of all of them. And that's what it offers.
Okay.
How many of the artifacts in this facility are in this room at current? And I look over at listening.
Scanning. 3.
Okay.
Hey, Gaggle. What is this facility? What is the current function of this facility?
The current function of this facility is to upkeep containment of Artifact D.
Thank you.
Then it looks like we have somewhere to go.
Should we get it? I thought that if we came down here, then we would be able to control the mushroom and stop it from growing.
Confirmative.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Use of artifact D would be able to restrain the growth of the mushroom.
Don't we want that? Is that what we want?
No, then the water will consume everybody and everybody will die.
Objective unknown.
Or we will change into something even better in the great circle of life.
Yes.
I asked the crazy computer what would happen if we touched the water. And it said we have 32, what they say, the seconds. I have no idea what a second is, but apparently we got 32 of them before we die.
Test done of subjects who had the effects of Artifact D applied to them. Results in a delayed account of the water's effects taking place.
You realize I swam through, like, 2 or 3 layers of the water to get here. Like, that's how I got here.
Scanning. Assertion false.
So the water we swam through, is it the tainted water?
It's probably because we're protected.
Scanning.
Yeah.
The water is... The mutagenic fluid is the same that you would have had to swim through. But you clearly do not show signs of the mutagenic water.
Yeah, we
You
swam
got that
through it.
bippity bappity boop thing from Change.
Yeah, amphibian
y'all
had
were
the
protected.
fursuits.
Yeah, so it's not going to affect you. There's ways around it, but none ways that are going to last very long.
Incorrect. There is no way around it.
Your information is out of date.
Incorrect.
I apologize. And then I just, like, stare at the screen, like, okay?
All right, I suggest we go through the gold door and bippity boppity boop ourselves right to Object D, or find a way down there. Gaggle open the door for us, so let's go do that.
Let's go.
The door is open.
We step through.
Very nice. Okay, so what you're looking at is, I forget the name of it, but it's essentially a donut shape, right?
Horus.
Yes, it's a torus, thank you. What you're looking at is an observer room into a torus. In the center column of the torus is a glass, what's it called? Case, in which is floating a, basically the head of a mace, the head of a morning star, just a ball covered in spikes. But it is a familiar pale gold color.
How do you think we get to it?
What do
Me,
we
that's
do
all
when we
you.
get to it?
Did you ask Gaggle that?
Yeah.
Okay, a
I just
maintenance
asked the
hatch
group.
opens. A maintenance hatch opens on the glass.
I take to the staircase. Then I go down to the maintenance hatch.
Okay, you are now in the Taurus, which is kind of a lot bigger than it looked a second ago.
Oh no. Is it
Are we
is it
gonna
a
let him go
article
in there
for-
alone?
I'm making it a point to stay ahead of the group at this point. If I get it, I can make a decision, a sane decision, on whether or not.
You cut off at whether or not.
Oh, I can make a sane decision as to whether or not we stop the mushroom from growing. So once we stop the water issue, I'll be happy to stop the mushroom issue. But I'm making sure that this artifact gets into my hands.
I'm holding back because I don't know what we should do with it, and so I'm hesitating.
Okay. One of you may have received a secret message. There is... Okay, so now from a maintenance perspective, which you did go through a maintenance hatch, this thing is falling apart. Like, it is leaking the mutagenic water from the ceiling. And also from the floors.
There's mutagenic
I
water
pick up my
leaking from the
pace.
ceiling?
Interestingly enough, it's full of, like... I'm gonna say... Like, you know the scent sour stuff has? It smells sour. It's full of sour scent. But kind of sweet as well. Sour, sweet scent. Gas. And this gas is the result of pulsing waves coming from the artifacts that evaporate the seeping mutagenic water.
Awesome. All right, well then I am going to trudge closer, because the closer I am to this artifact, the farther away the water will be. And the water makes me nervous.
Soon all the waters will rise.
Drive us uphill one more time.
One day when the waters are clear, we'll take our leave.
Are you the only one in? Is everyone in?
I was hesitating.
I'll walk in.
TG is going in kind of deep.
I am walking with an immediate and pointed purpose.
Well, I'm walking in, but I already said that TG should get it, so...
I pull out the fursuits and give a fursuit to Fibian and a fursuit to Chaos. And I'm like, Chaos, take this one to Geldon.
Sure. I will give the suit to Geldon.
I already got one. It's in my trunk.
Lots of good old doom in your trunk. It'll be junk in your trunk.
Okay, well then put it in my trunk. I got stuff to do.
No, you got to put on the suit to. No, it'll be junk in your trunk because you need to wear it in order for it to be effective.
I don't need to wear it. So far as I see, it's keeping the water back. We'll be fine.
Okay.
Vivelda, Change would like to request to be wrapped in the fluff suit.
I thought you didn't want to be wrapped in the fluff suit.
It's fluffy right now.
Uh-huh. I'll put on the fluff suit.
So I take a couple steps forward, and then I look back at Listening Chaos. And I say, remember, every time you get yourself into trouble, and I tell you that to make a decision, and I'll back you up.
Yeah.
Hey, let me distract the entire group for a moment. A ball of light flies in through the ceiling. Everyone has the option of rolling plus spirit, and except for one person, and if you get a positive, you'll give that one person a +1 to their roll to figure out what's going on.
All right.
This is harder than this is harder than most rolls.
Sure.
And you will require a higher number.
I'll roll spirit to help. I do not cause problems actively.
Nice.
I got 13.
Are you going to wait for everyone to offer you support?
I got an 8.
TG, are you going to offer support?
I'll offer support.
Okay, Listening Chaos, you really should have waited, because if TG successfully gives you support, you're going to have to roll again.
12d6, I'm sorry.
I'm impressed.
Wait, I'm confused. I'm doing the roll?
Which one of you has the highest spirit?
I failed miserably, so yes, I failed to back up listening chaos here.
Listening Chaos is doing the
I-
primary role.
We all assumed Listening Chaos was doing the primary role.
Okay.
So now please roll plus spirit -1.
Okay. So I'm doing it again.
Yes.
Oh, that sucks. Because that's like my whole luck now, right? All right. Let's do this.
You do have luck points.
Oh, how many points did they give me?
You succeeded. You don't need it.
Okay. Well, never mind.
No, I said beforehand that this one would be harder to succeed than most rolls.
You are correct. Never mind.
Okay. You did get pretty good. I will give you that Listening Chaos saw this feeling in a dream recently. Well, not recently, but in a dream on camera.
That's funny.
nice.
I feel like I'm going to die constantly with no warning at all whatsoever.
The ball of light zips around the torus a bit, and then somewhat hardens and shoots up through the roof.
I look back at listening after seeing this, and I go, "I need you to back me up on this. Go protect the others."
Okay. Sure.
You should put your fluff
That-
suit on.
That goes without
We have the
saying.
blisters on. And then I trudge off. I'm going towards the artifact.
Okay. It's kind of a steep climb, but you're inventive and have a rope and/or chain. So,
And four-wheel drive.
yeah. I'm picturing like the Mulan solution where you just throw your chain around and climb up the pole like that.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
You must be swiftest.
Yeah, that one.
Fun fact, that's actually how lumberjacks climb trees.
So, you are now at the glass containment of this actual ball of lawn-pointed spikes that is sending out pressure waves that if Hugh wasn't your best friend, you might have dropped him already.
All right, Hugh, let's get to work. I'm going to smash the glass.
Okay, roll me a strength, or whatever you're smashing it with.
Well, I imagine that I will attack in the same manner I usually do.
With agility, precision, and dashing good style.
Boom, baby.
Nice. Hundreds of pieces, all of which get carried away on the shockwave, in fact. Doesn't even threaten anyone in the room.
All right. I'm going to hesitate for a moment and then steal my gaze and grab the shard.
Very nice. The shard easily pierces all the way through your hand. But you can bear it. You can take that.
I'm tough. I can do it.
Is this a good point to mention that this made the last person who touched it blind?
I am not a person. Well, I'm a person, but I'm not a person.
You're a person.
Anywho, so it's stuck in my hand now? It's just like spiked in there?
No, actually, the blades are so sharp and precise that they will easily continue cutting their way out of your hand if you were to let go.
Don't let go. Let's go.
So you have a handful of knives.
Yes.
Essentially, razor sharp knives.
Cool.
So I like grimace and I'm like, okay, what do I do here? What do I do here? What do I do? Well, the others talk to theirs, so let's try talk to this one. Hey, big guy, you in there?
Technically. What do you think you're doing?
Saving ya, I guess.
I suppose that's fair. What am I being saved from?
Whatever you're pushing back, there's a lot of it.
That's a fact. Do you think moving me will help?
I think that I can help you.
All right, I buy it. It no longer is suspended in place.
I grab it. All right. See, one of them's a bracelet, the other one's like a sword or something, and I don't know what Listening Chaos has going on, but they got something. I think I'm not sure, but I think it's something in there. Anyway, how would you like to ride?
You're going to be. You want to be my wielder.
Yeah.
You asked for this. But for the record, I prefer whatever the black one has going on. And then the long needles will violently insert themselves into every inch of your body.
I immediately scream.
I'm watching
Correct.
from like the door, like kind of bored.
The artifact seems to like dismantle itself into the needles that are still inside of you and like seep into you.
I've drawn my sword.
So they just like sink into me?
Yes, the artifact is no longer visible.
Is it still incredibly painful?
It's calming down.
All right. Well, I take a minute and shake it off and, get a hold of myself and look around to make sure the water isn't rushing into me at the speed of death.
Actually, the water appears to not be entering the room at the moment.
So I look around and I'm like, bro.
You have a lot of these things with you, but I'd argue none of them are bros.
I'm not sure what you mean.
You notice that in the staggering pain, you have let go, but not have fallen down.
Cool.
I'm gonna.
So I'm like
ask...
flying?
Go ahead.
No, you appear to be pinned to the wall through long spikes that extrude from your feet.
Huh.
I'm going to
Alright.
ask Change. That looks really painful. It was not that painful when you and me melded.
First off, am I inside of you? I am probably not inside of you, and of course, it only looks painful when I do it.
So, is it painful because he picked a different thing?
Yes, that's what we're looking at.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm going to casually stroll my way across the wall.
As you attempt to move, resilience will be like, does that mean we're moving now? And the spikes will retract and you start falling.
Oh my, that's what I thought we were doing. What's going on here?
Roll to faceplant elegantly, I guess. It doesn't matter. You won't take any effects.
Okay, well, I'm still going to try to land on my feet like a badass,
Okay, you can. Don't bother.
Okay, so I just flip down and BAM! Like the ground shivers for a minute because I'm the biggest one of us, and that's funny. Anyway, so I just land like a badass, and then just walk up into the thing.
So you're now approaching the party.
Groovy. As I'm walking, as I'm using the ladder, I'm like, hey, when I pop out of this thing, can you make me look really cool to impress my friends?
No? What? I don't think so.
No? The other ones that got this big shiny ball of light, and the other one, she changes colors. It's the craziest thing. I was wondering if you could do anything like that. Keep us both alive, give us superpowers, mucho or something.
Oh, you're worried about death. Oh, you have no idea what I am.
Absolutely not. What are you?
For one, I'll thank you to not insult me by suggesting death might be a problem.
Your thing
Well, as long as
is
you're attached to
so
me, death not being a
obnoxious,
problem sounds wonderful.
and I love it.
I think we can get along. Just, we'll iron it out later.
Sounds great.
At the moment, I just know I don't do things until things call on me to do them.
All right.
Lazy. Cough.
That sounds fair. I mean, hey, as long as you protect me, I don't see that being a problem. I mean, we're trying to fix whatever's going on with this. And I enter the room at this point, like just jabberjocking to myself here. We're trying to figure out how to get kind of push this water back. I'm not sure what necessarily to do with it, but I mean, we figured you could help, so we came down here and found you.
At this point, the furry covering that was wrapped around Change spring off, and Change points itself at DG.
Of course, I find the one artifact on the whole planet that somebody's entire being has to have a problem with. Hey, Resilience, what's this all about?
I'd like to argue that, first off, I am part of your entire being, so it's the artifact your entire being is causing a problem. And second off, you appear to have found the cause of the water.
Yeah, we already figured that out. We're trying to fix that too. We figured there could be assistance there.
We are as close as any of us are, complete opposites. Whereas the artifact of change, who is pointing at us as if I can be hurt, makes things always be different. The artifact of resilience, cough cough me, makes things last.
Interesting. So, just my luck, I suppose. Can't say I didn't see this coming.
Oh no! GM inconsistency. I was supposed to give you a short rundown of what this artifact did when you touched it.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
This is true.
Everyone else got that. That's impolite.
I don't know what my artifact does.
I just figured you were going to make me figure it
I don't
out.
know mine either.
None of us have any
that's
idea what
a
our
fact.
artifact does.
I have,
You only explain what happens to Fibian.
Did I not
Yeah.
give Matilda an explanation?
When would you have given me an
No.
explanation?
Well, I have canonical reasons for
Probably
stealing
did. He
it from
probably
Chaos.
just didn't get it.
I have canonical reasons from stealing it from Chaos. Apparently, I need to write up a few explanations. We'll see that next week.
Okay.
Rock on.
I didn't want to say it, but it's 7. It's it's
7:10.
time. Yes. So
yeah.
so I've been listening while driving. Listening while driving. Listening driving. No, it doesn't work actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, I mean that's as good a place as any to start. We've or stop. We've got the artifact. So
I was supposed. Yeah, you all have like this weird innate sense of what the artifact does when you touch it. My bad.
Except for me.
I remember specifically I did a lore thing to make it so Listening Chaos doesn't know. You're welcome.
Mhm. Listening chaos is an artifact, so it's okay.
yeah, we're trying to figure that one out.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks. It was a lot of fun, as usual. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's all, folks.
All right. So I got to my next appointment, but thanks a lot, guys. A lot of fun, and I will either DM you or see you soon. Take care. Bye, bye, guys.
Yay! Bye.
Be safe. Don't die.
Do we do XP on camera?
No, we typically head off.
Okay.
Usually up. Yeah.
Yeah, this was super fun. Hope you all had a great day.
Yeah.
Put Chaos's face back in. There we go. Also, ridiculous. We're making so many bad decisions, you guys. So many bad decisions. Loving it.
So
I
good
think
at
you're
it,
making
though.
great decisions.
I don't know what makes you think that. But it
Alright.
is super fun.
Yay.
So everybody remember, you are important. Somebody loves you. And we will see you on Tuesday. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Wasn't there a Sunday thing you had planned, Vivelda?
Yeah, we're doing a Sunday thing. Coming Sunday, we're going to do an indie RPG on Sunday. It'll be super fun. So I'll see you in 2 days then. Bye again.
Die again.
Bye.
Everyone go do stuff you'd never do because it's Friday the 13th.
Yes.
And now is the perfect time to try new things because when it goes poorly, you can just say, oh, it's bad luck.
Yes. Wait.
It's true.
Sure.
Bye-bye.
Self-fulfilling fantasy, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Ish.
Okay, I'm hitting the stop streaming button.